So I'm waiting on this Tyson Fury and Usyk fight to start, so I can find out the results of how everything gonna go in the future. Because right now, what I'm seeing after that Ngannou fight, a lot of people done changed their mind. They not trying to focus on nothing other than Tyson Fury losing or Fury and Joshua fighting next. I already see it. I'm trying to mention other things, but people ain't really focusing on nothing else. Right now, they like, oh, Tyson Fury with AJ. I'm like, that's not no guarantee. Like, if that's such a guarantee, it's not even no point of even having the fight. I don't want to see him fight Usyk then if that's a guarantee like that. But that's making Joshua losing him, that makes it look worse if it's just like people think Usyk ain't that good. Then some people think Fury gonna get knocked out. I don't know. That fight comes up in 2 weeks. It's gonna be very difficult to kind of move around with a loss like that, and then to have Usyk kind of walk through the division like that, that'll be crazy. In 2 weeks, it's gonna happen though. There's a lot of people afraid right now. They don't know what's gonna happen. I kind of peeked game. I said, okay, because from what I've seen, everybody's saying, well, at first I was gonna pick Fury, but I don't know what kind of shape he gonna come in. That's a bad way to go about this fight. I think everybody should just hold on to their money if they're thinking about betting. Because everybody ain't confident with their pick right now. Definitely not. I kind of know how things is going right now, so I don't want to say too much until it get closer to the fight. I want to see what everybody else got to say, but that stuff everybody been saying the last couple of months, I'm not trying to hear that. Definitely not trying to hear that. Because he go out there and beat Usyk, what that's gonna mean? It's still gonna be before the Ngannou and Joshua fight, so we're not gonna know what's gonna happen in that fight until after the Usyk and Fury fight. But I'm gonna find out soon. There's a lot of stuff going on. That's gonna be a very good fight, though. I don't know if people know how good Usyk's gonna be or Tyson Fury. I'm trying to find out. Last time it was all kind of things about his stamina. I didn't see any problem with his stamina. He was just getting knocked down. That's what I seen. He got up. He was boxing better. I wouldn't say better. He was a lot more. I don't know, because before he got knocked down, he was still kind of moving around. Because he got hit with a couple of things early in the fight, so I know he's seen some stuff. I was like, he's watching out for a couple of the hooks that Ngannou was throwing, but people act like he just walked through them. I don't understand that. I'm like, man, that's what we doing now. But I'm trying to figure out because there's some other stuff going on tonight. I ain't heard nobody really say nothing about it, so I'm not gonna say anything right now. I might say something about it later on, but it's supposed to be some huge news coming out later on. Haven't heard anybody talking about it, but I'm definitely gonna update. Matthias, what's going on? I don't know. I'm trying to see who he's gonna fight, bro. Okay, Pasa. I'm trying to see who he gonna fight. I don't know who Matias' next fight is. I'm trying to find that out. If I can find that out right now, that'll be some good news. That'll definitely be some good news because everybody else got a fight right now, or they're getting a fight together. But yeah, I'm kind of waiting on the whole situation with Joshua and Usyk. I feel like that's definitely gonna be a I don't know if that fight can happen. A lot of people really not expecting that fight to happen. I'm kind of surprised, man. People kind of one sided on things right now. I kind of see that. It's almost like these fights are not even 50-50 at this point. The way they putting fights together. They're guaranteeing fights for other people, and it's kind of wild, man. I don't understand it. And then that fight is in 2 weeks. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna put together some bets for that. Cause I was leaning another way, but right now I feel like it's gonna come together. Yeah, I'm ready for Matias to have a fight though, for real. I definitely want to see who he gonna fight. All these guys at 140, they kind of moving around, scared right now. I don't see nobody moving around doing anything right now. But with Usyk coming in, if he comes in and actually dominates Tyson Fury, I don't know, man. That's gonna have a black eye on heavyweights. Not on boxing, but on heavyweights though. That's gonna make the heavyweight division look real weak. People kind of sleeping on that idea. A cruiserweight kind of dominating this time of boxing. That's a lot of stuff that's going on right now. I'm kind of surprised by that. Because from what I've heard, Joshua and Furious was supposed to be the guys that was supposed to be in undisputed, but they waited so long and tried to build it up, and then now you got fans saying that those guys been cherry picking on both sides. You got some saying Fury been doing it, then you got some guys saying Joshua been doing it. So I'm kind of confused on that. I like how they dance around that idea though. I'm noticing a different kind of situation now. People are moving different. But it's definitely gonna be an option though. If people think Ngannou gonna lose to Joshua, that's an option. And most people think, well, from what I'm saying, most people think Usyk can get Fury right now. That's from what I'm seeing. That's where that idea come from. But I don't think Shakur Stevenson gonna retire though. I think he's just throwing that idea out there right now, just because of the situation. Like he's been thinking about the Navarrete fight for a minute now, so and everybody trying to get a fight with a lot of people were trying to get a fight with Navarrete, so he's not the only one, but from what he's heard, he was trying to get the fight most likely next, but he's not gonna be able to do that because Top Rank trying to get another belt in this situation, and Shakur knows if he fights for the belt now, it's not gonna really do anything because he gonna have to re-sign, and he's not trying to really re-sign with somebody right now to try to get a belt. Maybe he's trying to move around freely or kind of not trying to be tied to a promotional company. So there's a lot of stuff going on. But I knew that was gonna happen though, just because I seen how they don't really want guys freely moving around and jumping from one company to another one. So they're basically they're saying if we're gonna lose one guy with a belt, we gotta have another guy with a belt that's left behind. So that's what's going on. But I wouldn't worry about it too much though. Because right now, if I was him, I would just use the attention I got right now. You see, every time he does something, he have a lot of attention on him. So he gotta use that for to fatten his pockets. Because even though people say, oh, he's boring and blah blah blah, like it still kind of has the kind of energy I seen from people that used to watch Mayweather. Cause they used to say how boring he was. He used to get that same energy, so he can use that to kind of get more money doing that. A lot of people will watch you to lose. Those be the biggest fights. So it's gonna be about 1 or 2 fights he's gonna be in. That can be some of the biggest fights that sold ever. The way people are kind of watching his every move. It's a lot of attention right now. But he got to use that though. I know a lot of times he probably be trolling. So I mean, if fans was on me like that, I'd do the same thing, just to have them irritated and bothered. Cause like, bro, I don't be looking at every little move that these guys do. Only reason I'm saying something about it, cause I'm seeing the news about Navarrete. I'm like, oh. Then I'm seeing that at the same time. I'm like, oh, I already know. But I don't know. Navarrete at 135. There's a lot of other people at 135 too. So I don't know. Maybe Shakur think he fooled if he don't get Navarrete first, somebody else gonna get him. But I don't know. A lot of guys ain't fighting each other at 135. They might lose a fight just because they're not active enough. It's a lot of people on the sideline right now, not really fighting each other. I feel like that's a big waste of time. In my eyes, guys should be fighting each other. It shouldn't be a certain way where you're not really putting certain performances together. Cause I'm trying to see De Los Santos fight again. I would have liked to see him fight Tank, but we're not gonna see that. So in that situation, I'm like, man, at the end of the day, I can see I don't know. I don't know what Shakur is gonna do next as far as who he's gonna fight, but Navarrete, man, he just came off an injury. You trying to fight a guy who was just in the hospital a month ago. So they went finna do that, but the way they putting stuff together, it's kind of wild. I'm like, oh, okay. That's the fight he wants. That's the fight I've been to he wants, but this early, I seen that about 3 fights away, not 2. But I knew his deal was gonna be up soon. But he's not the only one though. He's definitely not the only one. He got a lot of moves to make. If he don't make them soon, it's gonna be a lot going on. Because 135 got a lot of people in the division right now, so to kind of be eyeing just Navarrete, I I mean, you ain't trying to stay at top rank anyway, so I wouldn't really think about it. You know, you got to stay there to get the fight. Just like eventually they're gonna try to say, "Oh, Keisha, you got to stay here to get this fight." But he already know, like, I might not get Loma, so I'm not really thinking about it. But a lot of other guys, they're not really thinking about the fights that really can they can get now instead of trying to chase the big one. Because once you do get that fight, you seen what the attention he did, with all the attention he had for the De Los Santos fight. Sometimes it ain't all good to get it fast and at once. Got to try to build up to it. Even though Tank was on big cards, he was like the undercard on a lot of those fights. He won the main event. So to try to make it seem like it's just a main event type of thing, nah. Everybody's not a main event fighter right now. You gotta build yourself up to that. But I don't know, man. I definitely know he ain't retiring though. If he ain't gonna fight for money, he gonna fight for free. Ain't nobody finna fight sit around a guy who been fighting all his life and he just gonna sit around. He gonna want to fight sometime. Just have it. He gonna get the big fights, man, when he has a chance. He just ain't. He just gotta be patient, man. That's how they try to lure you in with them deals and how you think about the belts. If you think about the belts too much, you're not really gonna have anything, no kind of leverage. That's why Floyd got away from them belts. He was like, I ain't got no leverage. They keep holding these belts over my head. But you also got to build your name up because ain't nobody gonna want to fight you if they can't really get a payday with you. You see Ryan, people don't care if he lost. They trying to get a payday. Shakur, he in the opposite position. He can't really get nobody a payday right now. So he know without any kind of belts, and if he doesn't have like 2 belts and a fight with Navarrete, he ain't gonna have no leverage. And I guess he trying to get a leverage before he get a fight, a big fight. I guess he wants to be 50-50 and say, I beat this guy. I had this many belts. But that's gonna take some time to do though. And Top Rank gonna want you to come back. So, but Top Rank has a lot of fighters right now. That's why he's kind of in a tight position right now. They got a lot of fighters. You already have Navarrete over there, and he's about to move up. Then he's gonna have a chance at a belt. Then Shakur, you just got a belt in your first fight at 135. I don't know what more you can get. I really don't. And then they did it in a bigger a football stadium, and you just fumbled the opportunity. You just got to restart, bro. Pick it up from the beginning. But they did say he could fight Navarrete, but next, nah, they're not gonna let you do that. Not after a bad performance. Then you go in there and you and Navarrete look bad because of you. Then what? Then nobody want to go see Navarrete after that. But he's still putting in the work, though. I mean, there's still gonna be some good fights that come out of this, but I feel like we gotta explore other fights more often. Fighting 2 times a year is it's getting kind of boring. A lot of people don't like that. Unless you're Canelo or something, I mean, he's doing that, but he's at a different level now. These younger guys, they're still trying to get a pay-per-view, and to put those kind of fights together, that's not really a good thing right now. Not in my eyes. Kinda wasting opportunities. Because now, if he tries to go get another deal somewhere else, they're gonna be like, "Oh, that last fight you had, it was bad." So his next performance gotta be his best. Cause like even if you want to leave PBC and go to PBC and go any other place, it's not gonna work right. Not if you got bad performances. He got to put a good fight together next. If he doesn't, man, I don't know. It's gonna be bad. People want to watch him though, just to see if he's born and how bad he's gonna be. So he got leverage. Just got to use it, make it happen. I feel like he will though. I feel like he will. I feel like guys like him and Teofimo, they fight better when they back against the wall. When they like the front runner, they don't really do that well. That's why I think Teofimo might do good in this fight. It's gonna be a good fight with him and Jermaine Ortiz. But I think Navarrete getting a chance at a belt though, that's gonna change 135. Because that's gonna have another guy coming in with him fighting for the WBO belt. Um, it's already a lot of guys at 135. And then we gonna see if they're gonna force Tank to fight for a belt. If not, he gonna move out the way. But he got a lot of competition down there as well. So it's gonna be a lot of stuff going on in boxing the next couple of months. Guys getting older too, especially like Tank and stuff like that. He's not gonna be able to stay at 130 for the next 2 years and still be drinking and chilling. That ain't gonna happen. So he definitely gonna be at 140, 147 in about 2 years. If he's at 130 or 35, it's probably gonna be for the next 2 or 3 fights, but it's gonna be it after that. But I feel like he gonna fight a lot more coming up. But with Navarrete moving up, there'll be a good style matchup. You know what I'm saying? Guys will try to fight him. They might try to use leverage to fight Tank and Navarrete or something in the future. People do stuff like that. Don't be surprised. There's a lot of stuff like that going on right now, especially with Tank. It's a lot of stuff like that going on. And other companies, they willing to do it. See, Oscar just did it. And then Eddie Hearn was willing to do it. So a lot of those guys, they in a position where they can make fights like that happen. But I feel like boxing gonna be a lot better this year. There's a lot of guys at an age right now, they gotta prove themselves. And a lot of the younger guys, they trying to fight more competition now. Especially like the guys around 23, 24, they fight more. So those other guys, they trying to pick and choose who they gonna fight, and it's not gonna work out a lot. That's why guys like Stacy, I got a lot of losses. Fighting guys like Shakur and Navarrete. That's gonna happen when you in there in the dogfight all the time. But I'm definitely looking for looking towards like 140 and stuff like that though. 140 probably gonna be the best division this year. Even if all the top guys don't fight each other, they still got other fights like Barbosa and different guys like that. Eastside Cruz just moved up. Jermaine Ortiz just moved up. With that Teofimo fight coming up. That's gonna be a good fight. And then Keyshawn Davis, a lot of people calling him out, saying they want to fight him. So I don't know why everybody calling him out. It's kind of weird. We got belts all over the place, but people calling him out. They choosing him. Like, I don't understand. I didn't think he a couple of years ago, I didn't know he was that good to people. Oh, what's going on, Slick Nick? What's going on, dog? Nah, bro. You know it's crazy. I don't even think he kicking with the OGs, bro. I don't even think he kicking with the OGs. That be the problem. He don't be hanging with them for real. He be around, but he don't hang with them. They different. Especially Andre Ward and Bud, bro. If you know Andre Ward and Bud background, they really come from that kind of life. Them dudes don't even play the street life. They really come from that. Man, that's what I'm saying, man. Nah, you know what it is though, to be for real? I'm gonna give you the honest truth about it. I'm gonna give you the honest truth. You know what Shakur doing? He's not really a talker, bro. He's not really a talker. He's not really a talker, so he been marketing himself for the last 2 or 3 years. That's why a lot of people just starting to hear him talk. For the last 2 or 3 years, he been marketing himself. That's why I be giving him a pass. I know he really been kind of McGregor in it. So I really been giving him a pass. Cause I know years before that he didn't talk like this. You know what I'm saying? Like he don't really talk like that. Like if you really go back and look, he don't talk like that. I give him a pass on that. It's just marketing. That's all it is. Cause if you see now, before that De Los Santos fight, everybody was saying, man, yeah. You know what's crazy? I ain't know they was gonna do them belts like that. I know they do the belts like that, but I ain't think they was gonna do it right now. You know what's crazy though? I don't know. I don't know if I want to say it now. Ain't nobody in here, so I'm gonna say it. Hey, so Tiafimo, he gonna be in the same situation. I think, bro. I don't know if I know. I don't know now, but ain't nobody else said. I've been the only one that said. But I think this Tiafimo last fight though. Hey, you seen that video I had put out? I think this is last fight though. I forgot what video it was. I had said it. What I think. You talking about Shakur? Hey, he said that. You heard when he said that? When he was talking about he was thinking about going to 40. Hey, you hit the nail on the head right there. So you be cooking. He said something about going to 40. I heard that like a day ago, 2 days ago. Man, you called it out. Man, that'd be a good fight, man. But Tiz at 140 and get the Puerto Rican fans, that's a good idea, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Dang. Yeah, that would be a statement. That would be a statement, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's a great idea. Bro, that is a great idea, bro. I never even thought about that fight. To be real with you, I haven't thought about it until just now. Man, that would be a good fight, man. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I know. I don't know if because you know what a lot of stuff that been going on, what they gonna try to do with Matias, um, it's not gonna be a duck for him, but his promoters gonna probably try to tell him to wait like 1 or 2 more fights. So he can try to get extra 2 or 3 million. You know, they do stuff like that. They'll try to tell him, hey, wait 1 or 2 more fights. See if we can try to fight somebody else. No, I don't think they're gonna do it, bro. You know why I don't think they're gonna do it? Let me tell you why I don't think they're gonna do it. The reason why I don't think they're gonna do it is it's too many people at 140. It's too many people that want. Hey, you know who I heard called him out? I heard Gary Russell called out Matias, bro. I heard Gary Antoine Russell called out Matias, bro. And you know they on the same promotional team. So I was like, I don't know, man. Woo. Yeah, bro. I ain't gonna lie. If you go watch that last fight Gary Russell was in, oh man, I forgot who he fought. The guy name is, I know his name, I just can't say it right now for some reason. Yeah, man. That's the hey. I really ain't said nothing about it because Matias hurt, so I ain't trying to say nothing about no guy who injured right now. He really supposed to be injured to like March, April, so I ain't really saying nothing. I think it's like February, but I'll give him to like March, April, because he still coming from wrist injury. But he might not fight, bro, until like April, May. They might not put him in the ring till April, May. So I'm trying to figure out who's gonna be available then. But I don't know, because at first I don't want to question him. Nah, he ain't. Nah, I think he's still healing back from that wrist injury. You seen how big he is? You seen how much weight he put on? He put a little weight on. He put a little weight on. He be cutting some weight. He put a little weight on. He chilling right now. He ain't really doing nothing. Yeah, his face got fat quick. That's a good thing though. If you can cut weight like that, that's a good thing. It's a lot of guys who built like that. A lot of guys built like that. You know how some guys they get chubby real quick. You know, Haney ain't like that. Tank like that. Tank has that body where he can do stuff like that. Haney's the opposite. I don't know. That's a good question. What I'm seeing right now, well, he 31 right now. So he probably gonna turn 32 soon. From what I've seen, if a guy isn't like 30, if he isn't like 34, I don't know. If he ain't like 36, I think he can. I think he can. Cause he's not like 36, 35. It'd be kind of hard to keep that weight off then. I think he can. Cause he already toward the middle of his career. But I think he might go up to 47 though, just to see how strong he is up there. But I'm not gonna lie though. It's two things I'm gonna take from Matias though. Because I'm gonna go ahead and rewatch a couple of his fights. Because it's kind of hard to tell how people's style gonna match up with him. Honestly. Especially at 140. A lot of them guys came from 35. Yeah, 47 is like a little larger too, huh? Them guys are 47 bigger than they used to be. They're like 170. Like Jerron Ennis is a big guy for uh for 147. Even though if you look at old tape of him, he used to be a skinny guy. He used to be a real skinny guy. He's like kind of buffed up and it's kind of changed up now. It's a way different situation. But I don't know, man. I gotta see what Matias, man. I gotta see because the last guy he fought, right? The last guy he fought, I haven't put the video out, but when that guy said he said Matias he had a broke rib before he fought Matias. You remember when Matias was punching him in the stomach? Ergashel talking about he had a broke rib. So I'm gonna go back and look at the fight. I'm gonna read the article where he said it at. And then I'm gonna go back and look at the fight Matias lost. And I'm gonna try to see, because Matias had a good reason why he lost that fight he had lost. So I wasn't really paying attention to that. Yeah, I know. I know. I don't know. I think Ennis need to get in there with like 1 or 2 more guys though before he get in there with like a Crawford or something. Just me honest, just being honest. Because I feel like he capping. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Man, that's what I'm saying, bro. Listen, man, that's what I'm saying. Listen, these guys, man, come on, man. Like, and this the crazy part about it. This is what's crazy. Cause I had said it before the fight. And I don't know why I was so dumb. That's probably the dumbest pick I'd have made probably in the last 5 years. But Ergashel talking about some yeah, I think I'm gonna retire after this fight. And I'm like, hold on, man. He talking about retiring the day before he about to fight for a championship? I'm like, oh man, I don't know if I should be picking this dude, man. I said I honestly think I'm making a big mistake. And boy, did I ever. Man, that's what I be saying. They be talking about, and people ain't even talking about that excuse he made. I should put it out there. You think I should put it out there, bro? I'm gonna go ahead and put it out there, bro. I'm gonna go ahead and put it out there. Cause if it was anybody else, they'll put it out there. I'm gonna go ahead and put that out there. That's too much, man. Yeah, man, I gotta post that, bro. I'm gonna do that later on, bro. I'm glad you said that. I trust your judgment. That's what I said, man. Cause usually when I see the fight one time, I already know. Oh, he was throwing some bricks, bro. That's what I already know. I already knew. I'm like, Matias was going to work, man. That dude wasn't doing nothing. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. That's exactly what I said on the fight. That's the first thing I thought about. I said they gonna lie about that, and people betting on fights. Talking about you got a rib injury, man. That dude disgusting, man. Dudes like that, I lose all kind of respect for him when they do stuff like that. All kind of respect. And you know, European fighters ain't usually like that. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with him on his last fight. But I don't know. I want to see Matias in there with like, I don't know. I want to see him in there with just a quick fight. It ain't got to be a huge fight right now, cause I haven't seen him in there with different styles right now. I like to see him in there with a different style right now. And if he going there with Haney right now, that might just be an ugly fight, man. To be honest with you, I can see them kind of clashing and clinching. I'm saying some of these fights, man, them styles don't match up. Yeah, man, he lost all kind of credibility. That's why I ain't even posted. I'm like, you already talking about retiring. Now you go from retiring and now your reels was broke. So that's why you lost. You pulled a Ryan Garcia. That's the same thing Ryan said against Tank. Yeah, he knew about my real injury. Like, bro, you fighting hurt? Man, please. Then you went down on the knee. That whole situation right there, I was like, nah. Yeah, he lost respect, man. To be honest. But I want to see Matias in there with some quick competition, man. I feel like they should do a summer fight with him and Devin Haney. Cause they got a lot of guys at 140. People sleeping on 140. Hey, who you got between Teofimo and Jermaine Ortiz? Yeah, I know. You ain't lying. That's the same thing I thought about. That's what I thought about. I was like, especially when he walked through him, man. That's the same thing I thought about. I was like, just the way he walked through guys, bro. I haven't seen something like that. I seen Tim Zoo do something like that, but he didn't walk through him. Not like how Matias did. He walked through that dude. Man, Ergashev ain't never got done like that before. That man had excuses and everything after the fight. That's bad luck right there. Yeah, I got T.O. too. I ain't gonna lie. People think I don't like T.O. They crazy. I definitely got T.O. in this fight. Oh, I know which one I'm gonna get now, bro. We gonna get the real one in this fight. Trust me. Trust me. We gonna get the real one. I've been hearing stuff about him, what his dad been saying. His dad been on point about what he been saying. Cause I went back and watched a whole bunch of fights of T.O. And his dad was talking about how he had him jabbing too much. And he ain't lying, he did have him jabbing too much. Because it was tiring him out. He didn't have no power on his punches later on in the fight. He's not really a jabber. And what else he said? I forgot. But that was most of it though. He don't jab a lot. Yeah, man, he did that for promotion. Nah, he ain't gonna retire. You know what he trying to do though? He trying to be like his own boss. He trying to be his own promoter. He just signed the fighter. He just signed the fighter. They got Lonnie B, who used to be in the Mayweather gym. He signed him. Gotta be sparring Bitterby. Teofimo just signed him as a fighter. So he officially a promoter now. But he gonna continue to fight. Nah, I think yeah, he is sloppy business wise. I ain't gonna lie. I gotta agree with you on that. Especially after that Triller stuff. That man destroyed Triller by himself. You remember we had that big old what fight was that? Was that the Jake Paul fight or the Mike Tyson fight that was on Triller last? What was the last fight on Triller? Was it that Mike Tyson? Because Teofimo was supposed to be the last fight on there. I was like, oh, I like Triller. They got Mike Tyson fight. They got Jake Paul. Next thing I know, Teofimo was supposed to fight on there. Then the fight gone. No Cambosis. No Teofimo. I was like, dang, he tripping. Yeah, I know, man. I don't know why he be tripping like that, bro. But he good though. Everybody like him. I be like, bro, everybody like you, bro. Everybody give him credit still. They still say he a good fighter. You see, we give him credit right now. Yeah, he's still a good fighter though. We still gonna watch him. He put on good fights. I think he just got frustrated because he seen a lot of American fighters get signed. Shoot, I was surprised too. I'm like, I ain't never seen top ranked signing this many American fighters. They still have a lot of Hispanic fighters they signing too though, which is gonna be good for like styles and stuff. But he don't like everybody the attention not being directly on him. But he gotta understand though, he get the big fights first. He get the big fights first. Everybody, he got Lomachenko first. Then everybody else came after him. But they've been taking care of him. I don't know why he think. I think just the money wise, and I don't like to get personal with him, but I know a couple of things about him. Why he just want more money? You know what I'm saying? He just want more money fast. Um, yeah, I did hear something about that, but it was more Tank than it was Devin though. It was more Tank. It was Tank at more than it was Devin. He wanted to fight Tank, and he was gonna do it at 35. And I think this was after the Josh Taylor fight, if I'm not mistaken. I might be wrong. It might have been June he said this, July, but I think he said this after the Josh Taylor fight. But he definitely said he'll fight at 35. Yeah, he was trying to fight Tank recently. You don't remember when he said it? Go back to the interview. He wasn't lying. He wasn't lying. I could tell when they be lying. Trust me. I wouldn't lie to you. No clickbait. He was trying to fight Tank. You remember recently when he said they weren't trying to give him enough money? Yeah, he said it recently. He said, I just need enough money. And they said, no, you ain't getting that enough, getting that amount. They gave him like a flat fee. I think Bob Arum gave him a flat fee, but he blamed it on Tank them or something. I don't know what it was. Yeah, I know, man. But Tank tried to get Teofimo though. That's why I be laying off on him. If I know he trying to get a fight behind the scene that's decent, I know. But as far as like Devin and Shakur, that's probably not realistic. Tank gonna try to build that up. He gonna milk that. He just wanted to get the Ryan Garcia fight before anybody else beat him. But he gonna try to milk that Devin Haney and Shakur fight. Watch one of them lose, he'll still talk about fighting them. I promise. He'll definitely do it. You see how bad Shakur look? The next fight Shakur have, he gonna still bring him up. Watch. So Tank know what's going on. But Teofimo tried to fight him at 135. He said, Tank, I go down to 135. And I said, man, T.O. can make 135 still? And then Tank was like, I'm not paying that much. He tried to get the Ryan Garcia deal. And then Tank them said no. And then Teofimo went to Ryan Garcia because he said he didn't want to fight Ryan. Ryan tried to get him since the Tank fight. Because it was like Ryan and Tank was trying to fight him. And then Ryan said, fight me. And then T.O. was like, nah, because him and Ryan, I guess they friends. But they got something going on right now. I forgot to put the video out. It's gonna trip you out though. With him, Rolly, and Teofimo. Ain't nobody said nothing about it yet, but it's gonna trip you out. It's funny. But it's true though. It's real news too. Real news. I don't know if it's fake beef or real beef, but I don't know. Sometimes they be saying some real stuff it sounds realistic. I don't know if they putting together fake beef where they're trying to act like they're fighting each other. Because if you notice, a lot of these guys, and I don't like this little click stuff in boxing. It's kind of corny. But a lot of these guys, they fight with each other in certain groups, if you notice it. Yeah, Rolly and AB good for boxing. Even people that don't like AB, it's crazy. When I be seeing little AB memes and stuff from people that don't like him, it still be funny to me. You know what I'm saying? When I be seeing AB and the stuff he done did in the past. Yeah, AB definitely good for boxing. Definitely. You can tell Rolly watched a lot of AB back in the day. Cause Rolly act more like AB than he do Floyd. Yeah, I want to see that Tank and Frank Martin. I had said that on like one of my first videos. I was like, I want to see Frank Martin and Tank. I said, I think that could happen. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I've been hitting a lot of the news. I've been pretty close. Yeah, that Tank and that Rolly AB, yeah. Those kind of fights can happen. If AB was in shape, AB tripping, man. AB missing out on some big fights right now. Could you imagine if AB was active right now all the way? There'd be so many big fights going on right now. See, AB thinking about trying to be Floyd. All he had to do was stay in shape, man. He could have been all right. But AB help a lot of guys, though. I'm not gonna lie to you. I heard some stuff about AB. I was gonna put a nice video out about him until he started going at Devin Haney neck for no reason. I'm like, man, come on, man. AB, what are you talking about? Cause AB confused me on that Devin Haney story. Yeah, man, I don't know what man. Man, I don't know what he been on. Then they had that situation when he was supposed to fight on BLK Prime. And I was supposed to go to that fight. It was gonna be in Atlanta. And man, it just a whole bunch of stuff went bad. He was ready for that fight. They kind of sabotaged it, and yeah, AB been put Tank on. He put some other guys on too. Bro. I seen him put some guys on. I ain't gonna put them on blast. I'm gonna try to say that for another time. But bro, he put some guys on, some guys who's supposed to fight. I'm gonna give you a hint. It was a guy who's supposed to fight Tank a long time ago. It was like one of Tank's first rivalries. But hey, AB, yeah, Floyd got all the credit. Yeah, I know a lot. Hey, I know some stuff about that Floyd situation, like the AB, like how the AB, the Floyd, and the Tank situation kind of came together. Cause you don't remember, bro? Tank had left Floyd after AB had kind of left Floyd. Tank with Floyd. Tank had left Floyd. He was like, bro, I'm gone. I'm going back home. Tank had left. He had left the gym, went back home. He wasn't even in Vegas. He wasn't messing with Mayweather at all. Tank got on. Like, I'm giving that away. I don't know if people said that before. Did you know that, bro? Yeah. No, not now. This was back then. Oh yeah, Floyd gonna take care of him. Floyd gonna make sure he good. Floyd just can't take care of a whole bunch of boxers, which a lot of promoters can't do. A lot of promoters, man, they know. If boxers don't know the game by now, bro, every promoter got his favorites. If you ain't really bringing in the bag like that, they ain't gonna put no attention towards you. I'm not gonna lie though, I have seen Floyd kind of invest in some guys, and they kind of didn't appreciate it. But other guys, he kind of, you know what I'm saying? He ain't perfect. You know what I'm saying? Every man make a mistake as far as it's his first time, but he gonna build Camille up to be a star. Cause you know he already doing what, his third fight? He only like his third or fourth fight. He got some hands too, man. Man, he got some hands. That well, I don't know what fight that was. I think it was on that Benavidez Andre card. He hit that guy with that body punch. He flew across the ring. Yeah, AB. Yeah, so AB kind of had Tank with him. You know, AB one of them guys. Cause let me tell you, and there's a lot of sauce I'm gonna give right here, but you my dog. Uh, you know, AB, you know, coming in like in the amateurs as far as like when you in boxing and all kind of stuff like that, and you coming through the amateurs, you like going to tournaments and stuff, like how they do in basketball, like NCAA tournaments and different things. Um, AB was kind of those guys that would kind of go around and know everybody, like all the amateurs and stuff like that. You know, he know everybody coming up. So, and Tim Bradley kind of like that too. And he kind of mixes around different sparring partners. You know what I'm saying? They'll go around and kind of mingle with everybody. You know what I'm saying? That's why everybody know AB as far as Charlos and everybody. But when as far as that situation, when Floyd had got Tank, he was like, all right, do something with Tank. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna try to blah blah blah. And AB was like, cool. So AB put Tank in a position or helped him kind of get in connection or kind of in tune with what Floyd was doing. So Floyd was kind of hanging out with Tank and all that other stuff. And they was, chilling, training, doing all that. But Tank ain't like being out there though. So Tank was like, nah, this ain't me. So Tank got up and dipped. This was like way after AB had left him out there. He had got up and dipped. And then Floyd was like, man, he was pitching the fit. And Floyd was in the corner training with Haney, like, man, yeah, these dudes out here, da, 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 da. And then I'm like, man, what that Tank dude at, that little light-skinned dude, where he at? And after a while, I'm like, I ain't seen him. I'm like, is he still with Floyd? So in my mind, I'm like, he's not with Floyd. He ain't gonna box no more. So then not too long after that, he came back with Floyd. And that's when Floyd put him on that McGregor card. If you think about it, go look back at when Floyd put that Conor McGregor card together and he put Tank on there. That's when most people seen Tank for the first time. I had already seen Tank like years before that. But he had put him on that Conor McGregor card, and he did that because to show Tank, I care about your career, and I'm going to put you on my biggest fight I ever had, and I'm going to show you how loyal I am. And ever since then, that's why people look at Tank like, man, why you still stuck around Floyd? Because he made Floyd, because, Tank come from the street, so he made Floyd like, show me you loyal. Show me how loyal you is. Put me on the McGregor card. And look how big that fight did, and everybody know Tank from that fight. Yeah. Yeah, Floyd real for that. Yeah, he definitely real for that. But AB even realer for that, though. You know why AB real for that? Because AB don't really pitch a fit like most people would. AB could be like, man, that's my fighter. You know what I'm saying? So I do got to get AB, even though I can't stand AB sometimes, to be 100 with you. I hate to hear him talk sometimes, but I got a lot of respect for him because he done made moves behind the scenes. A lot of guys have, but yeah, he took that back seat, bro. You see what he do now, bro? He show up to the fight, bro. Think about it now. When he show up to the fight, he have his head down and he be respectful. He don't be over there like, man, y'all done took bro away from me. He don't even do all that. So he know when to be respectful. So I gotta respect that. He definitely AB one of those guys. He'll definitely help you get some money in your pocket. So you gotta respect that. A lot of guys don't do that, especially people we know in real life. So just think about that. But he done helped a lot of fighters, bro. Tim Bradley the same way. You remember when Tim Bradley had told them folks, and then Mikey Garcia as well. Tim Bradley had helped Terrence Crawford kind of get discovered. Because Mikey Garcia had told him, hey, y'all need to check out that Terrence Crawford guy. He good. They end up signing him. So a lot of these guys be helping each other out. But AB, he really with it though. He be helping some guys who ain't really supposed to be in boxing. You know what I'm saying? Tank rough, man. He ain't really supposed to be in boxing, but he a huge talent. But Floyd showed him like, yeah. Yeah, but at the same time, though, AB got to realize he got Pacquiao before everybody did. That what dudes don't be realizing. Like, you got to fight Pacquiao. If you would have beat Pacquiao, if AB would have beat Pacquiao, if y'all look back now, if AB would have beat Pacquiao, he'd be the guy right now. They still put him in position, but he didn't take it. And got smoked. Him and Keith Thurman. Talking about I'll fight Floyd. Man, you can't even beat Pacquiao. You was not finna beat no Floyd. Hey, I wasn't even gonna say this on this video, but I'm gonna go ahead and say this. Ain't you noticed every dude who said I want to fight Floyd has got smoked by Floyd's leftovers? I ain't saying leftovers as far as Pacquiao them leftovers. I'm just saying like guys who, cause Pacquiao's up in age and everything. Y'all getting smoked, man. You know what I'm saying? Like Charlo, he said I want to fight Floyd. He said that like recently, and got smoked by Canelo. and got smoked. So you gotta give. That's what you gotta give Floyd credit at though. I tell people all the time. Hey, Floyd gave us Canelo. It's kind of crazy that Floyd even knew Canelo would be that good back then. To kind of be like, oh, in 10 years or 20 years, this ain't gonna be no. Everybody ain't gonna think this guy a bum or a joke fight. And you look back now, that wasn't no joke fight, and he ain't no bum. He ain't no bum. But I just wish that Canelo would actually fight guys that can actually put pay-per-views on themselves. He's done it a couple of times, but it was like bad timing. Like if he would have got Jacobs early and beat him early, Jacobs would have probably still went on and been a pay-per-view star. He just kind of waited a little late, but I think that was Oscar De La Hoya doing all that. Cause you see what Oscar doing on Munguia, he all over the place. Yeah, boy, he lucky he ain't fight Margarito either. Man, he's so lucky he ain't fight Margarito. Floyd be knowing what's going on with all that dirt that be going on in boxing. His daddy done been around too long. Floyd know what's going on. When it comes to boxing, Floyd know everything. I ain't gonna lie. I used to question some stuff like, man, he just know how to box. Nah, he be knowing everything. That's why sometimes when he don't speak on something, I be like, man, this dude lying. Yeah, man. Margarito tried to kill somebody in there, dog. I'm talking about he tried to hurt somebody bad. That's kind of a bad look. He don't really care though. Margarito, one of them guys, he'll fight in the bar all day. He don't really care. He like, man, I went and got my bag. For real. At least he do it the gangster way, cause he like, I ain't finna change how I am for nobody. I don't think Canelo on the sauce no more. The stuff that Canelo was using though, it was different though. It's a lot different than what I thought it was. It wasn't like steroids and nothing like that. It was a lot of them use, bro. I got a video coming up on this, but it's not about Canelo though. It's about somebody else because um it was a guy who got caught on that stuff. They using like the fertility drug that help you lose weight, like a lot of those guys. Cause Canelo walks around heavy, so he was trying to cut weight and use some. I don't think he thought it was illegal, probably. You know what I'm saying? Probably him personally. Because when you taking stuff like that, they probably been taking all kind of different kind of stuff to lose weight for years. So by the time that came around, he just used that to lose weight. It wasn't to get stronger or bigger. He just was cutting down on the body fat so he can be at a lower weight class. A lot of guys do it. A lot of guys do it. Canelo weight just different. But at the same time, he had his natural weight now, so it's not like that's why he's at 68 now. But he's still challenging himself though. But Canelo's not as big as he was though. He's not as cut up. He's still a stronger guy, but he's not naturally um like no Brock Lesnar type guy or no John Cena built type guy. We'll know if he was on the juice like that. Cause I've seen some guys on the juice so bad. But he was using that just to cut down on that weight. A lot of guys use that though. I just don't know how many guys use it. You know what I'm saying? I don't think a lot of them use it as far as consistently, because over time that's probably gonna do some damage. But because you seen when that guy who fought Frank Martin, what's his name? Michelle Rivera. When he got caught on that drug and you seen what happened after that. He went to 140. He was at 35. He said, man, I can't cut that weight no more. I was using that to make 35. Then he went to 140. I don't know, man. To be real with you, I don't know, bro. I don't even know. That's a hard one. Cause he's still, like let's just say if we thought he was. That Keith Thurman fight changed it though. Cause it's like that Keith Thurman fight, it was like you supposed to get him, bro. He's an older man. I was confused. He was hitting Keith Thurman was hitting him hard though later on in the fight, but I don't know. And then Pat Man, he came up in weight so much. He just came up in weight so much, man. He was I think he probably was at some point, but I don't know, man. It's probably like baseball. A lot of these guys, but it's different stuff though. It's not like the bodybuilding stuff we would think. Man, you know what's crazy? I'm not gonna lie. And I ain't trying to put no disrespectful stuff out there. This is not to say anybody was on anything. But I noticed a couple of guys, man, they just way more cut up than what they supposed to be. Especially on weigh-in day. I see some guys on weigh-in day, bro. They look like a bodybuilder. And that's not the day you weighing in. Nah. If you're doing that, you need to be dropping down in weight. Cause everybody not walking around. You gotta think about it. Yeah, that's definitely stuff that goes on. I used to think I don't know, bro. The only person I really questioned, to be honest with you, uh was and it's all allegedly, but at one point I thought Joshua was just cause how skinny he was, but guys can get that big though. It's kind of hard to tell though. Yeah, that back freckle stuff, that back acne. Yeah, that back acne, man. I seen a guy with some back acne. He was on an undercard. I wish I would have remembered his name, man. He looked like he was on it. All that stuff was like covered. It was bad. It was bad. But I don't think it really. But let's just be real though. Let's just say they is on it, right? Let's just say they are on it. I don't think I don't think it really bothers anybody. You talking about Ergashell? Oh, it started with a P. It started with a P. I forgot the name. It's like Penia or something like that. Let me look it up. Penia or something like that. I think he got him on a bad day, man. Oh no, it's Petros. Uh, oh, Anyanyan. I think his name is Anyanyan. It's like and. Yeah, he was trying. Yeah, he was trying to take dude up out of there. After he lost that first fight, hey Nick, when he lost that first fight, he wasn't really. Matias was like, nah, I'm punching you wherever I swing at. He came in there different in that next fight. See, they let me click that. Hold on, let me see it. Oh yeah, I can click it on this page. Yeah, him right here. Man, look at that back acne. Woo, woo. Well, Nick, you hit the head on that one, boy. Hey, I stopped right there at the perfect moment too, dog. Man. Ooh, that dude got a lot of back acne, dog. Hey Nick, you see his back acne? Go to 38. Go to 3802. Man, if you go to 3802 on that video, 38 minutes and 2 seconds. Man, he got a lot of back acne, man. He got a lot of back acne. He might have been on that juice. Yeah, he might have been. Hey, he might have been on that juice, bro. From what I just seen, I didn't even notice that. I got on here to see the punches he was gonna land. That's crazy. You was just talking about that. That's wild. Huh. That is crazy. And you was just talking about that. This dude got back acne. Like, that is wild. That is wild. I don't know. Canelo didn't look that big in that Bivol fight. I was trying to see if he had anything suspect, but I was like, nah. I was just being, so I was just looking for something. But he didn't look that big in that fight. That John Ryder fight either. John Ryder actually a little more bigger than he is right now. I don't know if he can handle John Ryder right now though. I'm not John Ryder, but Benavidez right now. Hmm. That could be a good idea. I had that is hey, that's probably true because I seen someone recently. I forgot who it was. Yeah, hey, have you ever seen yeah, you might be thinking of somebody I'm thinking about. You ever seen when Gabe Rosado be fighting? That's the perfect person to bring up. You ever seen when Gabe Rosado be fighting? It might have been. I forgot who Gabe Rosado fought. I think it was Triple G. I mean, he's bleeding all over the place. Then the next fight, he's not bleeding. Like you notice how Tyson Fury was bleeding in that Otto Valen fight, but then in the Ngannou fight, he didn't bruise at all. Yeah, black eyes and stuff, but didn't really break the skin. Wasn't no blood in that fight. Not from what I seen. There probably was a little bit of blood, but mostly bruising though. Yeah, 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 yeah. You're right about that. You definitely right about that. He said he wasn't living like a fighter though. He said he hadn't been really training and living like a fighter. I told people he wasn't really. Yeah, that was. I seen that too. It was like around the face. It wasn't really rolling off. Yeah, that is true. Because he lasted a long time in that fight too. You seen how long he lasted in that fight with all that bleeding around his face? Cause it was like that for what, 5 rounds? I was like, he's still bleeding out his face like this. I was like, not really. And it wasn't really rolling down like that. Usually guys would be bleeding all over, like how Bitter B was bleeding. It'd be kind of running down. His was kind of like just. I was like, oh, that's kind of crazy. Even after the fight. Yeah, I thought it was. Bud was trying to carry him for real. Terence Crawford carried him in that fight. He ain't want to destroy him. He ain't want to do him bad. Cause he wasn't doing nothing but throwing jabs. It's just a bad style matchup. Yeah, it's just a bad style matchup. Cause Terence Crawford been fighting like that, man, for He been fighting guys like you know how most guys in the hood fight like that. He been fighting guys like how Earl Spence fight for years. Terrence Crawford seen that style so many times, he probably said, "Nah, man, this ain't nothing." You know how guys be holding their hands up close and kind of coming towards you, like Spence be doing. So Terrence Crawford been fighting that style. That's what I think was more like. That might sound basic, but you know what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about. One of them dudes run up on you right now, you'll know what to do because you like, oh, he just doing that basic stance. You'll know. So these two experts we talking about, so you know how that turned out. But I also think Spence been at 147 too long though. I feel like Spence was too big for 147 3 or 4 years ago, to be real with you. Shoot, 5 years ago. If we want to be honest. Spence been at 147 for a long time. Yeah, man. To be in his 30s up there and man, ain't nobody doing that. That's why a lot of boxers don't give Spence crap about that fight because they know, man, he been at 147 for a minute. And it's not like he would have said, "Nah, I'm about to fight at 154." Everybody would be like, "What? You got one more fight left? You ain't finna fight Terrence Crawford at 147?" So he went ahead and did it. That's why I don't give him no crap about it. As long as he try to make a big fight, that's all that at this point. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody else ain't trying to make one. Yeah, he been fighting the same way. I told everybody Derrick James was trash, bro. They try to give Derrick James so much credit. Man. They try to say, "Oh, Derrick James, he a beast." I'm like, man. Now everybody talking about Bomac the truth. That's what's crazy. Now Bomac the truth. I told everybody Derrick James wasn't that good. Bomac way better than Derrick James. You seen what he did with Chris Eubanks? When Chris Eubanks went out there and knocked out Liam Smith? I was like, oh yeah. Roy Jones a bad trainer too. I seen him lately, man. I don't know what Chris Eubanks was trying to do. But I definitely feel like that's why I felt like Jamel Charlo, he should have stayed with his running shields. His brother still look good in the ring, but his offense, Jamel Charlo, his offense bad, man. He couldn't do nothing against Canelo. Yeah, exactly, man. Crawford known for throwing on the move. That's what I don't understand. That's why I don't understand. Like, why dudes don't understand that 75% of the fight is actually moving laterally in the ring and being able to throw and having a jab. These dudes can't move lateral or throw a jab. Can't win a fight like that, man. Not fighting inside all the time and going to the body. That's George Foreman stuff. And nobody got no power like George Foreman. Yeah, I don't understand that, man. He leaning all over his knee. I don't understand all that, bro. I thought he was gonna be way better than that. He let him just have his way with him. Like he didn't use no kind of strategy. I feel like early on in the fight though, he was doing well, but he didn't have the stamina for what he was doing. When Earl Spence was coming forward in the fight, I'm like, bro, you don't have the stamina for that. I know you don't got the stamina for it. Nah, I seen cause I ain't gonna lie, but Boots, I think Boots do an excellent job. He an A+ fighter. But the couple of times he got caught with a couple of like quick little check hooks, check left hooks, stuff like that. Just when you're in the ring with Crawford like that, I don't know if that's gonna be able to fly. So I'm kind of, I don't know. I'm surprised people think because Terrence, you know what surprised me about the boot situation though? I'm surprised that people think that because Earl Spence got whooped, that Boots is better than Spence. So it's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of shocking a little bit because I don't know that Boots is that good. Yeah, he kind of young. Yeah, but he a younger guy when he had that fight though. He's still developing as far as certain things, as far as being in there with guys who are fast. You know, sometimes if he get in the ring with Terrence Crawford, that's probably gonna be the fastest, strongest guy he been in there with. So he just moving up with his competition. That's all that was, I think. That last fight though with Vila, that Vila fight, I didn't like when he was getting caught with certain things. I didn't like that. I didn't like when he was getting caught with certain things. I felt like he was over aggressive in a lot of situations. And a lot of people probably would say, well, you know, he probably was just doing that. Yeah, he was tagging him, bro. He was tagging him, and I'm worried about that. And the reason why I don't think it's Boots' fault, I think it's because as he moves up, a lot of guys are different, faster, stronger. You know, this the pros, man. Even though he probably been in the amateurs, been at a high level, these guys in the pros, they a little faster. They didn't got their timing up faster. They a little, because I'm gonna tell you a secret. What happened last? People don't know last year. Before Joseph Parker fought Deontay Wilder, he had fought 3 times last year. Yeah, I think he got bored, man. I think he gets bored a lot of times, especially when he in there with a guy. Cause his dad ain't gonna want him to go in there and just try to KO a guy. He gonna want him to kind of break a guy down, not really try to go in there and get in the first round KO. Cause a lot of guys he has fought are pretty strong guys, can fight, strong right hand. I heard a lot of people don't want to fight Boots though. That's what I'm hearing. I'm seeing it too. That dude Stanionis, they beg Stanionis to fight. And look at Stanionis. Talking about, yeah, I'm finna get the Keith Thurman fight. You ain't finna fight Keith Thurman now. You might as well fight Boots. Keith Thurman finna fight Tim Zoo. So what Stanionis finna do? And he ain't fought in what, 2 or 3 years? He was trying to fight Virgil Ortiz. And waited on Virgil Ortiz for like 2 years. Yeah, his dad don't play, bro. His dad know boxing. Boots' dad, you seen what Boots' dad doing with Andy Cruz? You seen that style Boots' dad did with Andy Cruz again in that fight Andy Cruz was in? The guy who beat Keyshawn Davis? You know, he training him now. Boots' dad is. Man, they look nice, man. A couple of guys need to go over there. Cause you know, American boxing training, they kind of lacking right now. Man, Cruz looked nice in that last fight, bro. Now I know what Boots' dad style is. Hey, you seen that style? Man, that's a nice style, bro. That's a nice style. I like what Bomac brings to the table too, though, as far as style. Not gonna lie, kind of hard to tell which one I like the best right now. If I had to choose, I don't know. I like that style he gave to Cruz, man. Cruz looked nice in that last fight. I'm talking about he wasn't even throwing a lot of punches. I might watch that fight again just because you brought it up. Yeah, I think they cleaning that up though. I think they cleaning it up. They're not gonna try to rush him too fast. I think they cleaning that up right now. You right about that though. You see the same thing I see. You right about that. He leaves it set because he was leaving his hands down low and he was kind of walking in and I don't know. Right now, just to be honest, if he would have did that with Tank or somebody, Tank would have knocked his head off. Yeah, he is still headhunting. He was going to the body a little bit more, but he's still headhunting. He got to get away from that. He's still headhunting. He got to keep his hands up the whole fight too. I don't like how he be dropping his hands walking forward. Yeah, it's a lot of guys be headhunting. I forgot who I just said was headhunting the other day. It's a lot of guys headhunting right now. It might have been Darius Fogel. It might have been him. I don't know. I feel like he was headhunting. Yeah, a lot of guys do too much headhunting in boxing right now. But I think Cruz, his style match up well. I be forgetting he at 135 now. Man, that weight class is stacked, man. Them guys need to fight somebody down there. I ain't gonna lie, if guys don't fight nobody decent this year at 135 or 140, that's why I be putting the pressure on people. Most of these people I like, but if you at 135 or 140 and you ain't fighting no top fight, I'm probably gonna say something about you. Cause those weight classes are too stacked right now. Every fight right now, those weight classes are big. Jermaine Ortiz, he's not even a big name, but he big enough name for Teofimo. That's gonna be a big fight. Yeah. Oh yeah, you good. Yeah, you right about that low guard Matias got. That's real talk. That's honest. Matias got that low guard he got. Man, Matias is a threat with that. That's what I'm trying to see. I'm trying to see somebody challenge that style. I feel like the only person that's really dog enough to even walk towards that style is Barbosa. Because Barbosa, he kind of matches up like that Cambosa's kind of style. They'll fight with you. So that low guard that Matias has, I feel like that's definitely one of his strong suits. Because a lot of guys, they're not trying to walk into it. And from what I'm hearing, a lot of boxers scared to get in the ring with him. I'm hearing taking all these guys talking about, yeah, this guy's running from Matias. I'm like, he's running from Matias. When you just at 140, that means you running too. I don't know, man. I don't know if guys really saying somebody else running right now or if they just trying to stay out the way and do their own thing, which ain't a problem, but you at 142. Can't really try to dodge smoke, especially at 135, 140. But these promoters, they'll help the situation. That's why a lot of fighters gotta get on Twitter. But if guys stay off Twitter, they'll be good, man. That's how fans kind of trickle. That's why Ryan got a lot of things going on right now. Cause he telling fans, yeah, I'm gonna do this, and they're like, why you didn't do this yet? And he's like, I did do it. They're like, you didn't say you was gonna do it. So it's a lot of stuff going on right now. But that's a good weight class to be at right now if you're at 140. If you want some big fights, they should be happy with that situation, to be honest with you. That's why a lot of guys saying they're gonna leave 147. I mean, who are you gonna fight at 47 right now? I feel like they got a feeling Boots gonna move up from 147, which he is. I mean, he can't stay there forever. Boots a big 147. The size he's at now, he can't stay there forever. He's a very, very big guy for 147. Yeah, I need to see. I need to go through this Fury undercard. I might start breaking that undercard down and the Tiafimo undercard. I know Conor Ben fight this weekend. I don't know if I'm gonna watch that. A lot of people not really talking about that fight. It'll be something to watch though, so I might be interested in it. I might watch it. I might start covering. I don't got nothing else to do. But I'm gonna have to go down that undercard for let me see what this undercard is for Tiafimo. I think I know already, but so many. What's the full undercard? They don't have an undercard for this? Oh yeah, here it goes. Oh yeah, Abdullah Mason gonna be on there. Charlie Shee. Oh yeah, this gonna be a good card. Yeah, this gonna be a good card. Oh yeah, I can't wait to see this. I'm gonna leave that up. That's gonna be a very good card with Teofimo Lopez and Jermaine Ortiz. I don't know, 135 and 140 gonna be stacked when they have Navarrete. I forgot they have Andy Cruz and all those guys in that weight class now. It's gonna be a lot of fights at 140 when it starts to happen. Whoever wants to stay at 140, I mean, you can stay, but whoever wants to go, you're gonna have to be in a big fight. Matias, a lot of these guys at 140. Ryan Garcia, he got some he can find a fight right now, but I don't know. He's kind of picking right now. I feel like Shakur probably, if he doesn't retire, I don't think he gonna retire. I don't even know why I'm saying that. He gonna go up to 140 sooner or later. Cause at 35, he has fights. If he's trying to choose a certain fight like everybody else, I mean, just say that so we'll know. That'll be the easy way. But Tiafimo's gonna have some good fights though. Nah, he ain't retiring. He is not retiring. They got some good fights coming up on that Tiafimo card. That dude Abdullah Mason and Charlie Sheehy. Top Rank got some good fighters on their cards right now. Man, nah, he ain't gonna retire. They ain't gonna let him retire. All he know is fighting. Some guys, that's all they know, man. Not saying that's all he do. I'm just saying, like, out of habit. I mean, if he get pushed or somebody walking to him, the first thing he gonna think about throwing a punch. So you know you're a fighter by heart, so you're not gonna retire. He definitely not gonna retire. I don't know. From what I heard, he said Loma. Me personally, right now, I like Ghost, man. I like Ghost, man. I still like that fight. You seen when they had that when him and Ghost was going back and forth? Yeah, I know. Everybody he fighting it ain't on. We looking for the big. He's still young though. He's still young, so most of the guys he's gonna fight gonna be older. Yeah. Hey, did you see Floyd Schofield in that last fight? Man, I didn't think about Floyd Schofield like that to that last fight, man. Woo, buddy. Hey, you know what's crazy? The fact that you just said Frank Martin, right? I haven't even thought about Floyd Schofield and Frank Martin yet. That would be a good fight too. But yeah, man, Floyd Schofield, he gonna run some guys out of the division. He's big at 135. I think he might end up being at 147 for a while. He might pull a Sean Porter and be at 147. I don't think he's that tall of a guy. Eventually, he probably gonna be at 147. At that point, guys like probably Shakur and all those guys, they probably might be at 54 by then. Yeah, Schofield with Frank Martin. That's what I'm saying. Like a lot of guys are not really calling out Frank Martin. They're not calling out Schofield. I hear guys calling out Keyshawn though. Yeah, everybody jumping over everybody and picking who they gonna fight. That's why I said I don't like when people be like, "Oh, I want to fight Keyshawn." I feel like that's a duck move. Because currently, from what I thought Frank Martin was a bigger target than Keyshawn was right now. He just beat what, Michelle Rivera, and he beat another top 10 guy. So I thought he was gonna be he was already an option for Tank fight. A lot of people say he was gonna fight Tank next, so I don't know. I feel like those fights right there at 35. I feel like everybody's scared down there though. They kind of scared. I know most of these guys will fight, but it seems like everybody waiting on Navarrete or Lomachenko or Cambosis. Yeah, I know. I know. Don't nobody know him yet. He ain't built his name up yet. That's the thing about it though. He don't talk like that though. Frank Martin's not really a talker. So I was myself, I was thinking like the only way he'll be able to do it is, like me, guys like me and you, we know he really about it. So most of the guys who will fight anybody, we just gotta, what I'm saying, basically support those kind of guys. Cause most of these other guys, they getting payday fights. But Frank Martin, he definitely trying to have a big fight right now. All the names he's called out, what he did, Shakur Stevenson. Shakur said, I ain't got enough money. And he said, okay. Then Tank Davis, right now, he's trying to see. So at 135, I know he's trying to make some moves. Teofimo went and tried to fight Tank Davis at 35. So Tank got a lot of options. He should have made a fight already. No, he didn't back out the fight. He ain't back out the fight. Shakur made it seem extreme. He ain't back out the fight. Cause he's still an option for Tank right now. He might get a Tank fight before Shakur would. So Frank Martin good. He good right now. He basically telling Shakur, hey, and he said this out of his own mouth. He was like, I would have been a better fight for Shakur than De Los Santos. He said it wouldn't have looked like that if I would have been out there. And I can agree on that. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Not fighting a guy on his level. That's true. I def Yeah, it's bad. It is bad, but I think it working. I think that working Frank Martin favor though, because a lot of guys they think he fooled now. Cause you know a lot of times when you're a threat like that and you and people think you're a hard fight, he can get a fight easier like that. Yeah, I haven't seen Morrell. I've seen Frank Martin fight better competition. I ain't seen Morrell fight nobody. Not on the level where I've seen them. No, I haven't seen him fight a name yet. I thought the last guy would have been a better guy. I don't know how he'll go from fighting the guy he just fought to Benavidez. Yeah, he whooped him, man. I wish they would have let it go on a little longer before he stopped him like that. Morrell be swinging hard when he get a guy in the corner too. He kind of be swinging like Benavidez when he does that too, don't he? I was thinking in my mind, I'm like, man, how would he look against David Benavidez? I feel like I want to see Morrell. I think you said it yesterday. I want to see Morrell versus Munguia first now. Ever since I think you said it yesterday. Morrell versus Munguia, that's the best fight I can think of right now from Munguia as far as style, and I think that's a better fight than what people realize. Nah, no way he getting off like that against Benavidez. I said the same thing because I seen a fight recently with Morrell like that where he had a guy in the corner and the guy kept catching him, and he was a veteran. Man, if Benavidez would have did that, he would have went to sleep. But he definitely has a lot of fast hands though. His hands are fast. He's powerful. He'll be a good fight for Munguia, but Benavidez, I don't know, man. That style kind of the same. Yeah, but yeah. Benavidez punched through the guard, man. I'm talking about punch through the guard. That's why I was like, I don't know why Andre was standing right there and put his guard up like that. I was like, bro, you gotta move. He was moving in the first couple of rounds, but with Benavidez, he knew it. He was like, the middle rounds, he gonna freeze, and I'm gonna clock him, and that's what happened. I feel like Munguia and Morrell though, that's the best fight I done heard. I ain't really think about that, man, but that's a good fight. I don't know what Morrell fighting. Munguia fighting Canelo would do for him right now. If Canelo loses, then what? Then people say Canelo ain't gonna lose. Then I don't want to see a fight with Canelo ain't gonna lose. And if he ain't got a chance to lose, I don't want to see a fight. I want to see a 50-50 fight. Yeah, he did shell up. I seen the same thing. I seen the same thing. He kept getting clocked too, man. And I noticed too, Morrell ain't got no head movement. And he don't stay out the line. His offense is kind of like his defense. Benavidez, he'll kind of bounce around though. But yeah, I feel like Morrell, he just opened himself up though. He wasn't really afraid of certain guys when he had him in the corner, so he was getting caught a lot. But I don't feel like he'll do that against somebody like Canelo. Yeah, yeah. I just want to see Canelo. Yeah, because my thing is this right here. Instead of Canelo fighting Bivol, right? I feel like Canelo would have probably came out better fighting one of these 68 guys that's trying to fight him now. I think that Bivol fight took a lot out of him. That was a tough fight, man. Canelo got a chin. I feel like that fight took a lot out of him though. I don't know if he's still trying to take those tough fights like that. Cause you notice ever since that fight, he's not really putting himself out there like he's trying to fight top competition. He's kind of now thinking probably I'ma just, but the sanctioning body, I don't know, they gotta do something. If they want to see Benavidez fight somebody, because the thing that might turn out bad is Benavidez might not fight anybody, bro. It's a good chance we might not see Benavidez fight nobody but Bivol, and that might be after Bivol has a loss. And then Benavidez, they trying to pay him boatloads of money to fight somebody else after he fight if he wins against Bivol. If he wins. So that's not gonna we ain't gonna see nobody. Then if Munguia fights Canelo, he's not gonna turn around and fight Benavidez for what? Canelo didn't want to fight you. Why would I fight you? So we might not see Benavidez fight nobody decent for like what? Morrell? That'd be the best person. So that's gonna hurt boxing, honestly. We're not gonna see our best guy get a chance to do anything. Yeah, it was more volume. He don't got no crack on his punches like that. He don't crack like that. I feel like Billy crack a little bit more than him. And that guy, I forgot the guy's name. I think it was Murdoch, Rohan Murdoch. Murdoch, man, he got a chin on him. So for Billy not to knock him out, I gave him a hard time about that. But that dude got a chin on him. People don't really knock him out like that. So he probably would have destroyed that dude. And that was probably one of them nights where that dude wasn't gonna try to go down. Cause that was one of his last big fights. So he wasn't trying to end his career on that kind of note. Yeah, I know, man. I don't like that. He's starting to get better with it. But I think that's something Ronnie Shields helps teach. He hasn't been with Ronnie Shields that long, but Ronnie Shields is kind of like that Charlo stance. Jamal Charlo, and Dave Morrell working with Ronnie Shields. They kind of have that that street fighter stance almost. But they have a lot of power though. Yeah, that's that Soviet stance. Exactly. Facts. Exactly. You know exactly what I'm talking about. But that's a decent style though. I like that style. If you got hit, yeah, exactly. Height and reach, exactly. You know what I'm talking about. If you got a style like that, you can make something happen. You could definitely make something happen in a fight like that. I feel like that style right there is perfect for him. He just doesn't he's not agile enough though. He doesn't like his lateral movement is very bad. You right though. He does I don't think his footwork is good either. I honestly don't think his footwork is good. I would like to see him work with a guy like Mike Tyson so he can get some power from his legs. It don't seem like his power is coming from his legs. That's why a lot of these guys ain't really getting knockouts like that. They kind of standing straight up when they throwing these punches. They're not really getting no power in their legs. Yeah, that style, that standing straight up style, that's crazy. Yeah, when Canelo can't control the ring and what's going on in the fight and what kind of style of fight it is, if you just press your style on Canelo's like, man, I'm not trying to fight this guy with that type of style. When you use that type of style, Canelo's usually going with that type of style as far as whatever you're trying to do. If you force it on him, he's like, oh, I gotta go with that. That's why in the Bivol fight, when Bivol had him on the ropes, he was like, I really can't do nothing. Canelo couldn't get him against the ropes, couldn't get him in the corner. Yeah, I know. He never got a chance to set up, bro. The whole time. Bivol threw so many jabs in that fight. Man. I'm talking about Canelo got so frustrated with those jabs. He didn't know what to do. And you know what's crazy? I feel like Bivol can do that against Bitterbeef, but now that I think about it, man, I don't know if Bivol could do that, man. I was hoping he can, but now I'm like, I'm kind of questioning it. I don't really know. But Bivol, he does everything so perfect. It's kind of yeah. I thought the same thing. That's what I thought. Hey, I agree, bro. That's what I'm thinking too. That's exactly what I'm thinking. That's exactly what I'm thinking. That's exactly what I'm thinking. Because this is my next question. Did you see the Marcus Brown and Bitterbeard fight? That Marcus Brown and Bitterbeard fight. Marcus Brown was kind of boxing in that fight. And if you realize anything, yeah. And you know, Marcus Brown had just came off a knockout loss to Gene Pascal. And Marcus Brown was boxing Bitterbeard in that fight, man. They have no stamina, man. I don't know, man. I can't these days, man. I can't get no dude no pass when he ain't got no stamina. You lose a fight because of your stamina, man. I might not never pick you again in a fight. That's kind of like my rule now. If a dude ain't got a gas tank, man, I ain't betting on him. But he was boxing him the whole fight, though. I'm like, and the blood made it seem worse than what it was. So I knew Bitterfield was still in the fight. But then when Bitterfield started getting him in the corner, I was like, man, it's over. This dude ain't got no legs. He let this man get him in the corner. It's just a pressure fight. It's almost like Matias. Bitterbeard and Matias, they do the same thing, man. They make these dudes quit. Yeah. He whooped them already. He whooped them already. That's why Bitterbeard already know how to beat him. He know too much about him. I feel the same way. He know too much about him already. And you could tell Bivol used to get bullied by him. Have you seen them standing next to each other? Bivol look like a little brother when you be standing next to him. It's crazy. They grew up together, so but he looked like a little brother standing next to him. Yeah. I had put a video out recently, right? Bivol was like, they was asking Bivol about Beterbiev. He was like, that was never my friend. He got mad, man. That was never my friend. We'll never be friends. And I don't think he was hyping it up too. I don't think he was promoting. Bivol don't talk like that. Nah, not Bivol. Bivol ain't gonna respect him. Hey, this gonna be the best. Hey, that's why the fight gonna be so hard to pick. This gonna be the best fight Bivol ever fought. Guaranteed. I think he used to get bullied by this guy, man. I think this is the best fight he ever gonna fight. I think he literally gonna fight a guy that used to bully him. I think he literally used to get bullied by him. I think I'm gonna do a story on it. I was gonna do like a little short film thing on it. I was thinking about that today, matter of fact. But I think he used to get bullied by him from what the information I got. They used to be on a little team, like almost like they was in 300 or something, all rolling together. And Bivol was the younger guy on the team with a lot of talent, but Bivol was What's going on, man? That picture hard too. I like that picture, bro. What's going on, man? You doing all right, bro? Mindful fight. That picture hard he got. Yeah, man. He was like Leonidas on 300. And he carried himself like that too. Have you seen Bitterbeard, bro? He look like he seen. Oh man, chilling, man. Thanks for asking, bro. Doing all right. Just doing this live, man. It's my first time. Like, what is my first week doing lives? I usually don't do lives. I got my dog Slick Nick in here, and basically we in here talking about all these different fights, like Bivol, and we done basically talked about every fight that there is. You know what I'm saying? Basically, you chilling, bro? You doing all right? Yeah, he was the team leader, man. So the way they look at him, man. Oh yeah, we was talking about Bivol and Bitterville. We talking about me and Nick talking about Bivol and Bitterville. We were talking about who we think will fight or win the fight, who got a chance and what's going on. We said right now, we feel like Bivol probably you know what I'm saying, he got a good chance at boxing him, but you know, Bitterville, he got that pressure style. Definitely got a hard style to fight. So we were thinking about that fight. It's gonna be a huge fight this summer. We was talking about other fights as well, but we're just going through some. Why, you had anything you was thinking about? Any kind of fights on your mind? Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying too. Even though Bivol be boxing, it's still a lot of pressure. Cause he don't let off, man. When he have you in the corner and stuff, he don't really let off on you. He don't really let off. He gonna definitely have the higher punch output. So I just feel like Bitterville is just too strong, man. Still got a stoppage in every fight. Yeah, that's what Slick Nick just said. Yeah, that was Slick Nick just said. Slick Nick said that he thinks that Bitterville gonna pressure him. Like try to pressure Bivol like Canelo did. I thought the same thing. I thought the same thing. I think he's gonna try to pressure him like Canelo. Yeah, bro said. Bro, funny. But I know what you're talking about. That's the funny part. Bro, he be having people in the corner, bro. That's how it was when you in that Marcus Brown fight with all that blood on his face. True, true. Yeah, that phone booth scrap, real talk though. That phone booth, that phone booth. Hey, I don't know who got a better uppercut though. Between Bitter Viv and Bivol. Slick Nick. I don't know who got a better uppercut. I seen Bivol throw an uppercut against who was it against? Lyndon Arthur. He threw the uppercut one time and then he ain't throw it no more. I'm like, so you threw an uppercut twice in this fight? I don't know, man. That dude might be a genius, man. He might be trying to hold off from Bivol might be trying to hold off from what Bitterbeard would do in the corner. Bro, get you in the corner, it's over with. He got a lot of strength, man. He's a strong guy. I feel like he a way stronger puncher than what people realize though. Especially in that last fight. Yeah, I know. That's a hard punch to land. That's a hard punch to land. That's why I be, man, when Anthony Joshua throws the uppercut, man, I forgot who he hurt with an uppercut one time. It might have been Usyk. If it wasn't Usyk, it might have been Jermaine Franklin. Man, he throwing some hard. Yeah, it's definitely not a piece of cake. I don't know what kind of fight people be thinking when they see him when he be destroying guys in the corner. Cause he don't get busy until what, later on in the fight? It's like he almost like knows when he's gonna knock a guy out. He's like, oh, ninth round, I'm gonna start now. So he's trying to scare. He kind of scary, man. 38 years old. He's not really breathing hard after fights. I don't know. I knew he was gonna destroy Callum Smith though. Callum Smith tried to say he was on drugs and all this other stuff. It's crazy when somebody say they on drugs, it's a problem. But when they say Beterbiev on drugs, everybody supposed to believe it. I'm like, why would that man take a drug test and he on drugs? Yeah. Yeah, he needs to stay away from that guy. He definitely needs to stay away from him. He definitely needs to stay away from him. He definitely needs to. I don't know how big the ring gonna be though. I'm hearing a lot of different stuff. People talking about some Beterbiev like small rings. I ain't never noticed the size of the ring. I'm hearing different things. They saying the ring gonna be small. Right now, from what I'm hearing, Bivol sounds like he's confident. He sounds like he know he can win the fight. That's what kind of has me on his side right now. But I'm almost like, I feel like Beterbiev probably got more experience. He probably knows him better. When you train around a guy like that, it's kind of hard to beat him. Oh yeah, that ring Benavidez had with Andre, that was a small ring, bro. That was a small ring. They've had some small rings recently. Sometimes I like it though, depending on what kind of fight it is. Depending on what kind of fight it is, I like small rings. I know they had a big old ring in that Caleb Plant and Benavidez ring. That ring was huge. Bro, oh yeah, Bivol, they don't like each other for real. You can kind of tell they don't like each other. I can kind of tell. You can tell they know each other. Nah, man. You know what? You know what I thought? You know what? After the fight, you know what I realized about the Boo Boo fight? The stuff that worried me. What actually worried me was his dad wasn't training him all throughout the whole process. If you ever look at the fight with Andre when he got knocked down in that one fight, like when he got knocked down early, his dad looked at him and was like, "Okay." His dad didn't yell, bro. He didn't do nothing. He was like, "All right, let's get it together." Then he went out there and fought hard after that. But I felt like I don't know, man. Andre Rozier, I mean, he's a good trainer and everything, but a lot of guys he trains fall short. A lot of guys he be training fall short, bro. Andre Rozier, he was training what Berlanga, Danny Jacobs. Who else he trained? Trained a few guys. They all fall short in fights. And he's like, yeah. Then he's talking about he was teaching to throw power punches. And then after the fight, he was talking about how Benavidez was too big. Man, y'all dudes been going to fights all these years. Y'all ain't know how big Benavidez was. Like, my lord, bro, you're in boxing, bro. I think Canelo gonna fight Charlo next. I think Canelo gonna fight Charlo next. The reason why I say that is, for the last year, I kind of find it hard for Canelo to sign a PBC deal and not fight PBC guys. Then Oscar said that Munguia is not gonna fight Canelo next. So they're trying to get a fight for September. And I don't think Benavidez, because if I'm Canelo, right, and let's just say I don't want to fight Benavidez, I could just get a fight for now in September, and I don't have to worry about Benavidez no more. Benavidez won't be able to make 168 after the 2024. So after this year, I don't have to worry about Benavidez, and I'll just fight Charlo and then Bud. Yep. I mean, bro, if the Bud fight would have been last year, bro, I probably would have liked it. If the Bud fight was last year, do I think Canelo? Nah, I don't think Canelo is scared of Benavidez, because let me tell you why. And I'm hard on Benavidez. The reason I don't think he's scared is because Canelo he don't make the WBC and all these other people uh give him passes on mandatories and all the other stuff. I think people protecting him. They feel like he's the cash cow in boxing, and that's the guy who people like to watch boxing because he's one of the guys. So they don't really want him to get too damaged or anything like that. Yeah, it's calculated for sure. It's definitely calculated. It's too many people involved. It's not helping him though. That's what I would say. It's not helping him because he's used his best years. His best years are probably behind him. Last year was probably the best year that he had. We got to realize Charlo, even though Canelo beat Charlo like that, right? We've seen Charlo look like that before. Charlo had a loss and a draw. So to say that Canelo is on the same level as a Tony Harrison and Brian Castano, he didn't knock Charlo out, you know what I'm saying? Even though Charlo was trying to survive. He was fighting Canelo like a cat. But at the same time, you still gotta look at stuff like that. Then you gotta look at this. I already know the reasons of this. I'm just playing devil's advocate. But John Ryder just got destroyed by Munguia. So people can walk around saying now, oh, Canelo can knock out John Ryder, so Munguia better. So Canelo got some stuff working against him, bro. He's in the same position as Tank. A lot of people destroying their resume right now. If you look at Tank's resume, a lot of guys on Tank's resume got destroyed last year. You remember Hector Garcia, the guy he fought last January before he fought Ryan Garcia? He took a loss. And he got knocked down pretty bad. And then before the fight, the guy said that he was gonna make him quit. Yeah, they know what a bad matchup is. Oh, they definitely know. They definitely know. David Benavidez's dad said, even David Benavidez's dad, when the reporter asked about who David Benavidez would like next, he said, David will fight anybody. I really don't gotta ask David who he want to fight. At this point right now, David Benavidez's dad probably don't even ask him who he want to fight. Probably already knows. Matter of fact, I know he knows. And I'm gonna tell y'all a secret too. I said this on another video. That's why people like Bill Haney, Devin Haney's dad, and David Benavidez's dad so much, because they know more about fights that's happening than the reporters. We can't go to these other websites and stuff no more to learn about fights that really can happen, because they're gonna tell us, oh well, we think Canelo doesn't have to fight this guy. That's why a lot of these reporters, they know what's going on sometimes, but they tell us lies. So we can't really trust those guys either. But Benavidez, he's gonna have a big fight, but it might have to be a guy around his age, because I don't think Canelo gonna try to look for that. Floyd versus Bud. To be honest, from what I've seen, I don't know. That's a hard one. Yeah, that is a hard one, bro. Man, yeah, he took the words out of my mouth. To be honest, yeah, what weight, man? What weight? 35, 35, 40, 47? What weight? Now, if we talking about 35, bro said 47. uh, dang. I don't know, bro. I might have to go with Floyd, man. I don't know. And you know what's crazy? I want to pick Bud so bad. I want to pick Bud so bad, man. The only reason I'm picking Floyd because I seen that Canelo fight the other day. Bro, Canelo couldn't do nothing, bro. I'm talking about Money Mayweather. Bro, Canelo couldn't do nothing in that fight, bro. And I'm talking about Canelo's. Yeah, that IQ, man. That IQ. To be honest with you, and you know it's crazy. Mindful fight. That's my favorite fight. That's one of my favorite fights. That's one of my favorite fights. That Diego Corrales Pretty Boy fight. That's like one of the first fights I seen when I was growing up. I didn't even know who it was till like later on. But that was a very good fight. Oh, it is? Yeah, bro. That's a very good fight. That's a very good fight. A lot of people don't they starting to say that fight now, but they don't know much about that fight. That's a good fight, bro. Diego Corrales was a beast. Yeah, I know. Diego Corrales was a beast. Yeah, that IQ, Pretty Boy durability. Pretty Boy was fast though. Floyd had power in his hands too. Floyd was knocking guys out, man. Floyd was knocking guys out with that Pretty Boy style. When he was Pretty Boy, he was getting guys out of there. Yeah, man. I'm not gonna lie, cause look, you gotta think about it now. Cause let me ask y'all a question, right? Now they say Floyd. I mean, they say Spence had gave Floyd a hard time in sparring, right? Now, if Floyd was in his prime, what you think he would have did to Floyd? To Spence? Yeah, Diego Corrales is a beast, bro. He the reason I like those lower weight classes. I didn't know people were dogs down there like that till I seen him. I was like, man, dude was tall too, man. That dude was taller than Sean Porter or somebody. Diego Corrales was, man, skinny weight guy that tall. Nah, I was saying, you know how when Floyd fought sparred Floyd had sparred Spence. Oh, you said oh yeah, Floyd getting Spence. Now when Spence was hungry when he first came out, if he would have did some inside game, he'd have a chance. Spence used to go to that body. Yeah, he was tall, bro. He was tall. His dad was a good trainer too. I don't know what happened to his dad, man. I need to look that dude up. His dad was a trainer. Was training him. His dad was a good trainer. That's when we had a lot of good American trainers. Now we don't have a lot of good American trainers like we used to. We do, but it's not like how it is in Europe. They have a lot of good trainers. You see how the Ukrainian style is kind of taking over. Yeah, Corrales was tall, man. We don't have got Benavidez is like that, but Corrales he was at a low weight class like that. Used to punch that hard too. Yeah, I'm trying to in my mind. I'm trying to think about that Spence and Mayweather sparring and compare that to what Bud would look like, kind of fighting Floyd. But that'd be kind of hard to compare. So that's two different situations. Spit style kind of remind me of Bernard Hopkins a little bit as far as like that inside game, uh, kind of throwing a lot of hooks, not really jabbing a lot, kind of closed in, kind of like what Holyfield used to do. Cause Spence, he fights like he's at a higher weight class, but he's at 47. You understand what I'm saying? So his style is more power based than it is speed based. That's why a lot of times when he was trying to catch and shoot with Terrence Crawford, he wasn't really hitting his mark. That's why when he was walking him down, he thought that at certain times he'll be able to beat the jab with his power, but he couldn't really get around it. Terrence Crawford was agile and he was turning corners. Yeah, me too. Yeah, he a southpaw. Yeah, it does. Right. Yeah, it is a slower version of Oscar De La Hoya. That is true. That is true when I think about it. Oscar didn't move as much as well. Who's the line first? Bradley. What card was that on? I don't know if I seen that one. I don't know if I seen that fight. Just to be honest, I'm bad with names, bro. Let me see. Let me see the picture of this guy real quick. I probably have seen that fight before, bro. That happened to me recently. I seen Jermaine Franklin fight in the ring, and 2 years later he was in the ring with Anthony Joshua. I'm like, where I seen this guy before? Oh, Provodnikov. Oh, you talking about that fight? Man, I don't know that dude first name. He's using my first name. Oh yeah, Tim Bradley got whooped in that fight, man. You think Tim Bradley got whooped in that fight? I mean, Tim Bradley did an excellent job, bro. But Provodnikov, man, bro, his power was too much in that fight. I feel like that fight was closer than what, but they gave it to Tim Bradley though. I mean, Tim Bradley did a good job in that fight. Yeah, bro, yeah, man. That's why he be tripping. He be tripping me out when he be calling these fights out, and I'm like, dude, you know you got a decision in the fight that look just like this. Hold on, what Slick Nick said? Dang, I'm overlooking my boy comment. Yeah, yeah, I haven't seen nobody fight someone like Floyd. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. When Slick Nick say that, he explained everything. I haven't seen nobody fight like Floyd. Nobody. That's the only thing that get me with Bud. That's why, hey, bro, hey, Slick Nick. That's why we kind of need that Canelo fight, man. We kind of, if he can't give us Benavidez, I kind of need that Terrence Crawford fight kind of more than I need the Benavidez fight because I haven't seen a guy match against Canelo like that with that type of style. I don't think Canelo fought that type of style before since Floyd. Has he? You think so, Nick? He said nobody. No. Yeah, I ain't seen that many people fight Floyd like that. He's right about that though. I mean, Zab Judah, but not with that style though. Not with that style. That style different. That's like that style comes from what Floyd has done over the years. That's why a lot of guys like Anderson like that. Yeah, that is true. But you know what's crazy though? You know what I had noticed though recently? When you look at Crawford's resume, um almost like with Andre's resume. When you look at it, a lot of those guys they got on their resume still fighting. Cause you gotta realize like when Gamboa had a pay-per-view with after when had a pay-per-view with Tank, then he fought Haney after that. Then he fought Usyk Cruz. Yeah, Zad was a Walmart Floyd. No cap, he really was. Zad was taking all them hard fights too, man. Zad was taking too many hard fights. He was putting himself in position. I'm like, bro, you ain't supposed to be taking this fight. I feel like he was just taking too many fights. Like he was a little too. He wasn't as business as you know. He was business savvy, but at the same time, we respected Zab because he took all those fights. Yeah, they tried to take him out in that last fight too, bro. They tried to take him out in that last fight. That's what I thought with him and Bernard Hopkins. I was like, man, hang it up, man. It's time to end it, bro. Him and Bernard, they were doing that way too much. Those guys gonna fight till they're 50. And I don't know, man. Zab probably still thinking about fighting again. You know, Roy Jones still fighting, so that's definitely kind of wild. Yeah, it's right. Slick Nick right about that though. It's kind of hard to take away them handicaps that Bud's top opponents had. That's why it's like, man, we probably need to see Canelo in there with Bud in a major way. And I ain't even think about that till just now. We might need to see that. That's why I'm saying with Canelo though, I just want to see Crawford and Benavidez. After that, he can do whatever he wants. Whatever pay-per-view he got coming out, I support it. But I just want to see Crawford and Benavidez just so we can kind of solidify this era. Because honestly, we haven't seen a guy like Crawford in the ring with Canelo since Floyd, so that's kind of interesting. Yeah, man. Crawford always doing that. And his power always is on time, man. Like most of the time, people, because Crawford he boxes a little more throughout the fight than what Spence does. I mean not Spence, but Tank does. So he like Crawford. He's at that age now. He knows how to mix his power and his speed, and that's why a lot of people don't want to see no rematch with Spence. I don't want to see a rematch. A rematch right now is just um that's not a good thing right now. I don't think so. I wouldn't want a rematch with him right now. Yeah, he does have that bull and matador attitude. Cause he can be aggressive in a fight, but a lot of times he's not really aggressive until like later on in the fight. Because before Terrence Crawford used to fight like an amateur. He used to be trying to knock a guy out in the first, second, third round. But now he's like a little more better. Like Boots used to do the same thing. I feel like those lower weight classes got to get together though. But I feel like after the Tyson Fury fight, it's gonna start, bro. It's gonna get crazy. Cause Teofimo gonna fight next week. Then when Fury fights, then we turn around. We're gonna have all the guys from PBC and different guys from Top Rank fighting. So all this stuff gonna turn into a tournament in a minute. It's gonna be good to see. A lot of guys they ain't gonna be around, especially if they don't fight anybody. I don't know. At first, man, I had Usyk for about 2 years. I had Usyk. Right now, if I had to pick, I'm actually leaning towards Tyson Fury. Honestly, I don't want to. How do I say this? I don't want to forget what Tyson Fury was before he got in the ring with Ngannou. So before Tyson Fury got in the ring with Ngannou, that's the Tyson Fury I'm gonna think about going into this fight, because I think a lot of people is over exaggerating as far as um the advantages that Tyson Fury has. Tyson Fury has a lot more advantages than we think. You know what I'm saying? He's a fat guy. He's gonna lean on Usyk. He's gonna be dirty. He's gonna throw an elbow. So it's not like it's gonna be a fight where Usyk gonna be able to go in there and just box him. Nah, Tyson Fury's not gonna make it that type of fight. You know what I'm saying? And then as we know, uh, if Anthony Joshua would have been able to use his size a little different, he could have actually had Usyk have some trouble in that fight. And then, because Usyk looked bad against Chisora. When I picked Usyk to beat Anthony Joshua, nobody thought Usyk was gonna win the fight. A lot of people didn't even watch the fight. I'll never forget it. A lot of people didn't watch the fight. A lot of people didn't think he was gonna win. Then when Usyk did win the first fight against Joshua, they didn't think he was gonna win the second fight. So when they didn't think he was gonna win the second fight, I was like, what planet am I on? They don't think Usyk can beat Joshua twice? And it happened. So I'm not trying to be biased though. Like, this will be the first time I probably pick against Usyk. So it's not like I don't like Usyk or nothing. I actually don't like Fury, but I've been watching Fury for so long that I just know what type of fighter he is. I remember when everybody said that Fury, that I said that I wanted to see Wilder versus Fury, and people said that Anthony Joshua was a bigger fighter, a bigger and better fighter than Tyson Fury. I remember when everybody said that. I said Deontay Wilder finna fight Tyson Fury. They said, oh, he's ducking Anthony Joshua. Tyson Fury is horrible. I said Tyson Fury is trash. How is he trash? They was like, oh no, Anthony Joshua the best fighter in the world. I said, I don't think he's that good. I think he can lose. And I think that next year he lost to Andy Ruiz. So a lot of things when it comes to heavyweight division, sometimes I say a lot of crazy things. So people be like, oh my God, what are you talking about? But I don't know. I know these guys pretty well. I spent a lot of Saturdays watching these guys, especially 5:00 in the afternoon, watching Fury, Usyk, Anthony Joshua over the last couple of years. So I got a pretty good idea how they're gonna go into the fight and what kind of attitude they're gonna have. I feel like Usyk doesn't have an edge going into the fight. Just to be honest with you guys, this will be the biggest payday that Usyk ever had. He's a human, just like we are. If somebody gave us $20 million right now and told us to go in the ring and fight somebody, we probably wouldn't be as mad as we was before we got the $20 million. So we just got to be honest about the stuff that's going on. Heavyweight division is just, yeah. Then you got to also realize we're 2 wins away. Look, if Usyk goes in there and beat Fury, right? That means he beat the 2 best heavyweights in the UK. He beat the 2 best UK heavyweights in this era. In the last 15 years, he beat the 2 best UK heavyweights. Got beat by a cruiserweight. So everybody needs to pray to God that in the UK that Usyk doesn't beat Tyson Fury. And then if Usyk beats Tyson Fury, you see the title of my video. They do not want an Anthony Joshua versus Usyk part 3. I haven't heard nobody on this earth asked about an Anthony Joshua versus Usyk 3, so they need to just go ahead and just make the Anthony Joshua Fury fight with or without the belts, cause it might not turn out the way that they think. Nah, Usyk ain't never had no right hand like that, man. To knock a guy out. Oh yeah, all right, bro. Thanks for the support, bro. I really appreciate it. Tell me what country you from before you leave, bro. Thanks for the support, bro. Yeah, heavyweights always all right, mindful fight, man. Shout out to you, bro. Thanks for the support, bro. I really appreciate it. I'm gonna see you again. Yeah, the heavyweights always a wild card, bro. Always. That's why we love it, man. I love heavyweights, but we need to fight. Heavyweights need to fight each other more. We just had Big Baby and Dubois. That was a good fight, man. Who would have thought that would have been a good fight like that? That was a good fight. That was a good fight, man. That was a real good fight. I'm not the biggest Big Baby Miller fan, but that was a good fight, man. They were trying to get each other out of there. It was some hard punches in that fight. Hey, I'm gonna rewatch that fight as well. That Arthur Beterbiev and Marcus Brown fight. I've been trying to rewatch that fight for the longest. I'm gonna rewatch that fight today as well, man. That's what I'm saying, man. Marcus Brown didn't even realize what Arthur Beterbiev was doing. He wasn't even thinking about the blood after a while. He's like, I'm finna put my strategy together, finna pressure him. Marcus Brown ain't have no win in that fight, man. I'm not gonna lie. The only thing I was looking at Marcus Brown in that fight is when he started breathing hard. When he was breathing hard in the corner, when Arthur Beterbiev would have him in the corner, I said, "Oh my God, dude, we leave America with no stamina. We don't have no stamina when we leave America. Nobody can go 12. Hey, if these dudes will fight 15-round fights like back in the day, half of these guys wouldn't even be walking around right now. They're not even prepared to. Yeah, man. He was overworked, doing too much. Too much. Beterbiev was a genius, bro. That's a great breakdown you just put. He was making him work too much, man. I was like, dude, you're really gonna put all this out in the first 6 rounds? I feel like maybe he was just, and and my thing is this right here too. He was training with Derrick James for that fight. Ain't that crazy? Ain't Derrick James in the corner in that fight? Earl Spence trainer. I'm like, why these dudes don't never got no? Yeah, them. bro, bro said they different back then. you ain't, you're not lying, bro. Them fights be hard to watch now, don't they? Some of them fights now, bro, like with George Foreman, them guys like 40. Man, they would throw some hard punches, man. Dudes like 40 something years old get punched like that. George Foreman still got he don't got CTE. And look how much he got punched. I'm talking about them dudes was different. George Foreman get punched. Oh man. He was getting punched with everything in a fight. I'm like, this dude's an old man. He needs to retire. He still got his mind and memory and everything right now. He's a different kind of guy. Yeah, we don't need 15 rounds, man. Yeah, Canelo. Man, I don't know why Canelo's stamina been trash lately. Canelo been partying a little bit more though, enjoying himself. I can't hate on him for that. Yeah, he be barely making it to the 12 lately. You saw that Triple G fight, that Triple G3 fight? Oh my god. I've never seen this man that tired in my life. That Triple G3 fight. He literally was like, man, I'm just ready for this fight to be over with. I said, this dude is exhausted. That was the craziest thing I seen. I was like, is Canelo? That's when I started thinking in my mind. I was like, is he starting to decline right now? Yeah, man. That Bivol fight, I ain't gonna lie. I rewatched that fight probably like 3 or 4 times lately. When it got to the 9th round, man, Canelo had a struggle. He struggled from that 9th round. He carried himself. I was surprised, man. Yeah, man, he wanted to give up so bad, man. He wanted to give. I said, man, this dude got a chin, man. He was gassed, leaning on the ropes. He leaned on the ropes for about 5 rounds. And people said Canelo got great stamina. Nah, not like that Soviet stuff. You go over there with over there to Russia and them guys. Nah, they training in the snow, all kind of conditions. That's what Bivol was saying over there when he was in Saudi Arabia. Oh, it was definitely frustration. Oh, it was definitely frustration. I seen him, man. He took a deep breath in the fight, like, man, I can't punch this dude nowhere. He was definitely frustrated. Dang, they be boxing black bears for real. Woo! I seen a guy try to box a black bear recently. He didn't even want to do it. Man, them bears be huge too, man. Those some big bears, man. Dang. And the crazy thing is, we got a kangaroo in my neighborhood over here. Speaking of boxers, oh yeah, I know they wrestle. That's crazy. They wrestle bears though. Yeah, Russia different, man. Russia different. I had found it out way back when they used to have the guys on Olympic teams come from Russia. Man, them guys, they don't shave, they don't cut their hair. They just literally just do whatever they come to do. Oh, that's why they got them guys like Khabib coming out of there now. I used to follow MMA so much. I used to be all MMA. I used to not even watch boxing for a while. I used to watch nothing but strictly MMA. Man, yeah, them Russian guys different. They different over there, man. Man, I'm so out of touch with MMA. I was sitting here thinking the other day, bro. Um, I was like, should I start an MMA thing and try to get back into it a little bit? Cause sometimes I be feeling left out, but a lot of these fights don't be worth it. They been stealing money for years now. A lot of these people don't know it though. Yeah, yeah, ever since that Jones stuff. Yeah, I had some people that used to work around work around his gym. And my family, I had some family members that used to that was in his gym around that time. Around that time, John Jones had all that going on. I'm talking about all of it. I was trying to make excuses for John Jones. He was like, "Bro, don't do it." I said, "Why not, man? He don't be doing that much." Cause John Jones, he a specimen, man. Yeah, after the Spider Man, it was a wrap, bro. I was thinking about that the other day, bro. After the Spider, I was like, They already wasn't trying to use GSP. I think they had replaced Spider with GSP by then. I said, man, I'm done with this, man. Cause I don't know. I was watching Pride fighting, and then when Pride went to UFC, that's when I was kind of on it. Pride fighting was different, man. Pride fighting was different. That was a real fights. Those fights are nearly not the same as now. MMA don't want to push the stars though, man. They don't want to pay the star. That's why you got guys like Ngannou coming to boxing. That's why a lot of MMA people, they say we get the fights that we want. I'm like, no, I don't. I don't know what fights you be asking for in MMA. I was an MMA fan for years. I didn't get the fights I wanted. Yeah, man. I think Marcus felt some power, bro. I don't know if it was to the body or what it was, but it was one of those punches he got in the corner that he just was like, you know what, man, I'm finna go ahead and Marcus was like, you know what, I'm just going ahead and trying to just survive and see if I can catch my win. Yeah, I think his power was serious. Especially in that last fight, that last fight with Smith, man, he showed me a lot of power in that fight. Even though in that Joe Smith fight, I felt like he showed me all the power he had. But as far as in that Colin Smith fight, he got a lot of power, man. And you know he getting older, so we wanted to see how if he still had all that power. For him to be that old and at that level like that, bro, that's come on. Like that's why it's hard to really pick that fight, man. I don't know. I'm kind of like where you are right now with it. If I had to pick today right now, I don't know who I pick. Last week it was Bitterbeef, but I don't know. Yeah, yeah, the power is the last thing to go. I also heard that as well. You know, the older people they be strong when they grab your wrist and stuff. So it definitely that power, man. That power lasts for a long time. That's why he gonna give Bivol a lot of trouble. I'm worried about Bivol because if Bivol didn't know if Bitterbeef didn't know Bivol, I would have gave Bivol a huge shot to win. I'm like, he don't know that dude and he ain't never boxed him. Yeah, I'll give Bivol a chance. But then I'm like, oh, they do know each other. Man. So the guy who used to bully you, I basically gotta pick the bully to lose. When you think about it, that's a hard idea. It'd be hard to see Bitterbeef lose. Could you imagine if he lose to Bivol? What would he do after that? Even though both of them are undefeated, it's like, man, it'd be kind of hard to see him lose though. Cause he would know like what he getting himself into with Bivol. And then one thing about it too with Bitterbeef, I don't know, both of those guys tell the truth. That's the hard part about it. They both tell the truth. If one of them was lying, I'd say, yeah, he is older. He is older. He's definitely not the same guy he was at 32, but because we also had to remember Colin Smith really wasn't a powerful guy like that Bitterbeef just fought. So yeah, I ain't gonna lie, that would be nice. If the fight is that good to the point where we can get a trilogy, I would like that. I'll be all in with that. If the fight's close, I want to see a rematch, especially if it's a good fight. I feel like it'll be a good fight though. If Bivol gets stops though, that would be crazy. Yeah, If not, feeding the Benavidez. They're trying to get John Apatow to fight Benavidez. But Benavidez said he ain't fighting cruiserweight. So I don't know how they gonna get him to do that. He said he's never moving up to cruiserweight. He said he's never moving up to cruiserweight. Yeah, feeding the Benavidez. He'll fight Benavidez. Bivol actually liked that fight. He feel like that style matches up well for him. He used to fighting guys like Benavidez. I don't know, man. That fight might be so action packed. They might have a draw in that fight. Cause they usually break guys down. I don't see them kind of folding or quitting. Yeah, he's way too old to move up. I don't even know why they even bring up ideas like that. I hate that crap they doing that now. Yeah, if it's a shutout, man, I don't think Bivol is in the ring and actually let him shut him out. Yeah, he's too old to be moving up though. Light heavyweight to cruiserweight at this age. Yeah, they doing that with Bud right now. I don't know. They what's crazy? What's crazy is I don't like that, and I'm probably gonna talk about this more in the next couple of months. I don't like how with Bud they went from saying, "Oh, Bud he can't fight nobody. He need to leave top rank, and he don't want to do this." Now he an option for Canelo, Boots. Now the same fans that said Bud don't want to fight nobody. Now he an option for everybody. Crazy how that happened, don't it? Yeah, but Bud want to do it though. I'm saying, I'm saying, but you know what I wanted to see though? I wanted to see how Charlo would have looked against Bud. If Charlo would have fought Bud, that would have gave me an idea like, okay, Bud needs to maybe stay away from Canelo or go up to Canelo. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like because we don't do that to Canelo with his losses. I be just pointing out to show people that the bias they do. When I be pointing out certain resumes to guys, because people most of the time people try to say a good resume is a name they know. But as I point out to people, they said that Esau Cruz was a bum before Tank fought him. So usually they have to learn the name first before they say a guy has a good resume. Now when they didn't know Esau Cruz, that was a bad name on your resume. But now that they know a guy like that is actually a decent fighter, now he's a good name for your resume. So that's what usually goes on. Yeah, I know, man. Charlo versus Bud, that would have been a better matchup because as you can see, Charlo would have tried to ball up in the corner. That would have worked out for Bud. Yeah. That would have been a good fight. I would have liked to see that. And the other Charlo would have fought Canelo. That would have been a better fight. Yeah, I've been telling people that. And you know what? I didn't like, the Charlo we seen that was knocking guys out and stuff. I think that was when he was training with his brother. When he stopped training with his brother, I stopped being a fan of him, honestly. To be honest, 100 to be real honest with you. When he started training with Earl Spence, I stopped being a fan of him because I felt like he was going over there because he liked hanging with Earl Spence instead of the style actually matching up. Because I'm thinking in my mind, I'm like, Earl Spence not doing anything more different than what you're doing. So, but from what I see, Lil Charlo, he always want to go do his own thing and feel like separate himself from his brother. So yeah, Big Charlo look unimpressive, bro. He been out for so long though. Man, he been out for a long time. He been out for a long time. He been out for a long time. I gotta watch that fight over again too. Jose Benavidez was all right in that fight. He did a good job in that fight. He kind of hard. He's a hard guy to knock out. So he gonna make people look bad. But it's kind of crazy though when you see Jose Benavidez go a full fight with Big Charlo. But then Bud had end up stopping Jose Benavidez. So Big Charlo, he'll be trouble. I mean, Bud will be trouble for Big Charlo too. Jose Benavidez when got stopped. I forgot about that. Well, I know that, but I never compared that to what Charlo did. But now that you think about it, yeah, Big Charlo and Little Charlo would have been the best move, honestly. But Benavidez, Canelo didn't want to give Benavidez that chance. That's why I was mad at Charlo. I'm like, bro, why would you jump in the way? And you're not even at 168. And it's the reason why I didn't want him to jump in the way, because now 154 all over the place. And you lost. Yeah, he really is. The only thing I can say about Big Charlo is the only reason I would give him a chance in that fight is because he fight to the level of his competition. He fights to the level of his competition. And he don't got the best yeah, it is a cherry pick, bro. It is. It is. PBC sat up here and they see what happened is PBC sat up here and told these guys, "Oh, I promised to get you a fight with Canelo one day." That's why all these years, you know this, bro. All these years, these dudes be like, "Canelo, I got to fight with Canelo. I want to fight Canelo." They knew they was gonna have a chance with Canelo. Yeah, Canelo drop him. Yeah, Canelo can drop him. I seen him buzz before. Canelo just got be a little more active than he usually is. Just got to speed it up a little bit, cause Berinchyk and those guys, Korobov and Matt Korobov, the way he was fighting Charlo. If Canelo can kind of go in there and do the same thing, he'll have some success. And Charlo have a bad he don't fight well with that against that style like what Canelo brings to the table. Yeah, he ain't gonna speed it up. He ain't gonna speed it up. Charlo be having trouble with that style though. He likes to kind of jab and counter. He likes to counter. Sometimes he'll jab just so you can just so he can counter you. He focus more on the counter, and Canelo ain't gonna be trying to trade and counter with nobody. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Hey, you remember when I said in that Tyson Fury video? I said the Canelo don't throw no jab, but they talking about how a jab gonna win you a fight. Like Canelo just walking guys down with a jab. That combination is what can win you a fight. That's what people been saying. 2-3 punch combination, as long as it's connected. So I feel like Charlo, he can get beat by a 2-3 punch combination. Because I don't know, guys stamina, man, when they get pressured, he don't use no jab, man. And people still come to me about how this guy somebody lost a fight because they ain't throw a jab. Come on, man. I don't understand that. That's the worst. Man, that's the worst. I leave that up there. Man, that's the worst. That's the worst kind of thing you can do in boxing as far as go around and try to dictate a whole sport around one punch. And then we have guys what we saying that's the best, and we want everybody to focus on their skill set, and they ain't throwing no jabs. That's why I don't really try to put pressure on other fighters when they don't really be as active in the fight. because a lot of times you can be on the front foot, but you ain't gonna be aggressive as far as having a highest punch output. But Canelo don't throw no jab, man. We gotta get away from that. Cause Munguia, that's why I said Munguia, he made that fight a little closer with that jab he had, that power jab he was throwing. Yeah, man. I ain't gonna lie, those uppercuts Canelo been doing, especially that one where he kind of leans on you and throw it. Hey, he got some mean inside work that he been doing, especially when he gets you in the corner. It ain't too far from what Bitterfield doing. A lot of guys don't like to fight like that these days. That's why they be really destroying some of these fighters. A lot of these guys, they don't like to clinch or nothing. But I feel like Canelo, he'll have an advantage though. Charlo just got to bring more to the table, man. What he doing now? Because as you can see, guys like Bud, they're not really going in the fight thinking about my stamina, and if I gotta go in the fight thinking about your stamina, is it okay? Probably gonna have an issue with picking you, especially in a big fight. That's why I don't know, like even with Bitterbeef and Bibble, we don't know who had the edge in stamina, but right now, for what we seen, we probably had to give it to the older guy. So a lot of fights going off stamina, because even like with the Ngannou fight with Fury, a lot of people bring it back to the stamina. I don't know why. I keep trying to tell people like if a guy get knocked down, they ain't got nothing to do with no stamina, because he got up and he fought just as hard as he did when he fought started the fight. So the stamina really gonna dictate a lot of stuff, but he didn't lose that fight because of stamina. Or not lose the fight, but he didn't the fight wasn't ugly like that because of the stamina. But a lot of these guys, especially American fighters, bro, I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna start picking these guys based on how their stamina is. I can't tell you how many guys I done seen lose a fight because he tired by the sixth round and don't want to. That's how Big Baby was against the boy. Big Baby was being aggressive and then he just leaning all over the place for the next 6 rounds. I'm like, nah, this dude finna lose. And I think the boy did that against Usyk too, even though he's not American. I think he did that too, just because he's a heavier guy. Yeah, not for Charlo to be on one of Canelo last fights, because these might be one of Canelo last fights. We don't know if Canelo's gonna fight a top guy next year. He's been doing it for so long. He's went through what, one or two, three generations. You got the Charlos, and then you got the other guys he started with, the Cottos, and now he's on to the Benavidez's. So it's only like one or two fights left. So that's why we gotta be calculated as far as accepting what, because a lot of fans, if you're a Canelo fan, next year you might not get the fight you want. So you gotta be real careful and try to ask him what you want to see, because I don't know. We're not too far off from just having John Ryder in Mexico. He could have a better opponent in Mexico. He could have fought Munguia in Mexico. John Ryder in Mexico, I mean, I don't know, bro. It could have been a better fight. Honestly. I feel like they gotta put the fights together better. That's why Canelo said he likes PBC better right now. The zone's okay. They kind of dropping the ball though as far as these matchups. Yeah, man. People want this fight right now, bro, with Charlo. I don't know, man. I mean, you could be a fan of Canelo, man, but like, come on, bro. Like, honestly. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, we gotta get away from, because it's a lot of guys I like in boxing, but if they're not fighting anybody, I gotta hold them accountable. Especially the way boxing going right now. We got the Jake Pauls and stuff around. You know, people complain about that, but sometimes those fights are more entertaining than boxing fights, because guys want to get paid. So we're kind of getting away from that. I don't want to see much of Charlo. I'd rather him stay in his weight class. I kind of gave up on Charlo when he turned down the Benavidez fight. He said Benavidez needs some medical passes, and he needs to be 25 years old. So I was like, nah, I'm not on the Charlo fight. But from what I've seen though, it looks like for years it's been in the plan to kind of save Charlo's for Canelo if he possibly goes to PBC. I don't think that was just something that Charlo's came up with. I think that's something because from what I've seen, Canelo's been going around requesting guys. Yeah, they don't want to strip him though. He brings too much money for them right now. For them to kind of switch from him to Benavidez or Munguia right now, they don't feel like really investing in Munguia or Benavidez as far as pushing them as a big star in boxing right now. That's why hopefully they're trying to push it off as far as handing the torch to Munguia, but they don't want to do that to Canelo right now. So they're probably gonna push that off and make some other fights. But Canelo, he has to I know a lot of fans, even his own fans, they're kind of getting turned off by waiting on him to fight for so long. It's just taking too long. After a while, it's like this ain't really boxing no more. You know what I'm saying? People want to hear about inside the ring most of the time, not outside the ring. That's what's crazy. Like, that's why people don't realize. I try to say this all the time. A lot of times people like Mike Tyson because back in the day, you don't really hear about people having to beg Mike Tyson to get in the ring with anybody. That's why people, when he goes to fight these days, people are like, yeah, I'm glad I seen Mike Tyson. Cause that's the guy who used to give me my fights I wanted to see back in the day. But when you see guys who didn't give you fights back in the day and they're walking around, they're probably gonna get booed or people not gonna ask for an autograph. Yeah, man. Canelo, man, I don't know. I don't know what because my thing is I don't know what Canelo's gonna do after this year. Canelo could, because this gonna be the end of his PVC deal. Canelo could say, you know what? All right, I'm not supposed to say this, but I'm gonna go ahead and say this. The two of y'all who in here, I'm gonna just give y'all a scoop. Eddie Hearn is currently building. If y'all haven't realized it, Eddie Hearn is currently building um a roster for when Canelo is done with PVC. So when Canelo is done with PVC, Eddie Hearn gonna give him a folder that's gonna have Berlanga, Munguia. It's gonna have Diego Pacheco. Possibly, if they wanted to, they probably can get a Morel to come over there because by then Benavidez won't be at 75. So he'll get those young guys, and they have that background, and they have a fan base they're building. As far as in LA, Pacheco got an LA background. Munguia has a Mexico background. So, man, to be honest with you, if they wanted to, if they wasn't in the deal this year, if the deal wasn't already through with PBC, they would have did Berlanga in September and Munguia in May. But I think with Eddie Hearn being involved, right, they're gonna take no fights to Saudi. I think as soon as Canelo had that September fight, that May September fight next year, it might be in Saudi. If the money right. They might give Canelo $100 million to go over there and fight one time. $200 million. That's the way it's going. Because if you look at it, look at who the guys Eddie Hearn signing. Look at Eddie Hearn. Look who Eddie Hearn signed. He's signing all the guys at 168. And then look at all the guys that Oscar De La Hoya is signing. He's signing all the guys at 140. So they're kind of preparing for something. I don't know if it's let me feed these guys. It's the same strategy though. It's the same strategy, and they work together. They're thinking about doing the when they do the Canelo and Berlanga fight or the Munguia and Canelo fight, it's all gonna involve Oscar and um Eddie Hearn. Yeah, I know. Benavidez got to be at 75 though. Then, but I think Canelo gonna wait him out, man. Not Canelo, but Eddie Hearn. I think Eddie Hearn gonna wait him out because even when they asked when they ask promoters about Benavidez versus Canelo, they're not really interested in seeing that fight. They don't care about Benavidez getting a chance. He has so many years ahead of him, but it's gonna be bad for them because Benavidez is young enough to where he can fight, be on top for the next 6 years. But if he's the top guy in what 4 or 5 years from now, or 3 years from now, and you're a guy like Eddie Hearn, and you're trying to get, hey, could you fight Berlanga or something? He gonna be like, no, I'm not fighting Berlanga. I'm not fighting none of those guys. He will do that. I don't know. Even though he bit him, it's probably the Angulo fight. Even though he bit him in the fight, the Angulo fight. Angulo a hard opponent. Angulo a very hard opponent. It's kind of hard to judge him off that fight too. I feel like Berlanga had a little bit too much going on then. He had a lot of stars around him. He had a lot of people around. He had an entourage. So it's kind of hard to tell. You know what I'm saying? He's a different guy than what he was now. But that's probably his best win. Angulo a hard fight though. Berlanga looked just about the same. I ain't gonna say just about the same. That'd be disrespectful. He he boxed, like, as far as boxing, he did just as well as Benavidez did. Even though Benavidez whooped Angulo, he looked just as well as Benavidez did as far as boxing. But he looked, trust me, I roasted him that fight. He looked bad that fight. He was not ready. I think it was Puerto Rican weekend. They had the Puerto Rican Day Parade, I think, that weekend. So it was a lot of stuff he had going on. That's why he kind of moved away from Top Rank, because Top Rank was kind of like, bro, you got too much outside stuff going on. But he's with Eddie Hearn though. He could be back. They just want to give him room to do something different. Man, that's a good fight, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's a very, very good fight. When I say it's a very good fight, that's a very good fight. And Gulo got some good fights that he be in. That one with him and Benavidez was a good fight too. And Gulo a tough guy. But yeah, Canelo gonna do that, man. Eddie Hearn gonna roll the red carpet out for him. Eddie Hearn wants to maximize that Saudi money, because what y'all don't realize is Eddie Hearn's kind of running. Eddie Hearn went to Saudi with a low roster. Everybody on injury reserve, so he got a low roster right now, and he's trying to maximize. That's why he went first with the heavyweights. Eddie Hearn doesn't want to have a Joshua fight outside of UK, and you have guys like Fury and all these other guys still active. He feels like the money over there is a lot, but the money that he's seeing now is more than what he's seeing as far as being a promoter and having direct to deposit. You know what I'm saying? Basically, he's getting the money straight from the bank. He's going to the bank and making his own deals. He's putting the fight together. So it's a lot of stuff that's going on right now. I feel like Eddie Hearn gonna try to use all the opportunities he can as far as Saudi, but by next year he's probably gonna try to do something with Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar said something, because last week Oscar said that he didn't want to do any deals in Saudi because he didn't want to run through his roster and everybody's not gonna be able to go, and it's not gonna be good because I just built my roster up and I don't want to kind of eat through it that fast. And a lot of guys like Ryan and Virgil Ortiz, they can kind of go over there and lose. Yeah, bro. Angulo was tagging him. Angulo was tagging him. I think Angulo got pissed in that fight. I don't know what Berlanga had did to him. I think he had like pushed him or slapped him in the back of the head or something. But Angulo got mad. No. This is after he bit him. When Berlanga bit him, Angulo was like pushing him in the corner with one arm and punching him. I was like, bro, that was like a fight. It wasn't no boxing match. That was a good match. Yeah, man, that high guard stuff, that high guard is crazy. Especially these guys that got skinny forearms. Yeah, that high guard is, man, come on. Only person I actually seen that can do the high guard well is probably Benavidez. But he actually moves his forearms around though when guys are punching. These guys, they just hold their arms in one spot. Yeah, that high guard is the worst thing I ever seen in boxing lately. I've seen so many guys get destroyed like that from an uppercut. But that Saudi situation, it's gonna be funny these next couple of years because um what they're doing over there right now, they trying to build up their own fighters. Probably 8 or 9 years from now, they're not gonna try to have guys coming over from America, and they're gonna try to have their own guys. Yeah, Benavidez is a beast, man. That style he has, a lot of people don't think that style is effective, but they gotta realize he's been sparring high level guys. He's been sparring high level guys. I told people last year around this time, Benavidez said something about fighting Bivol, that he was already sparring Bivol. And it was years ago I knew he had sparred Triple G when he was a teenager. So when I knew that, I said, "Oh, he's been practicing this style against a lot of competition." Yeah, Benavidez is a monster with that style. Before his brother got wounded, um, his brother was elite, bro. Like his brother was one of the best guys walking around here. Man, that's a good question. Man, it had to be around the 7, dog. I don't know. I need to look it up. Man, that's a good question. They might have it in the comments. I think they got an article on it. I forgot what round Berlanga bit him on. They got a picture of it and everything. Dang, what round is this? They got it on the highlights. The 7th round. Dang, look at that. I got it right. It was the 7th round, bro. They actually got the hey, they got the picture right here. They got ESPN dirty, man. ESPN got the picture and everything. ESPN put this man picture up there of him biting the guy. Then they put Berlanga amidst the biting. hey, 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 and Gulo got so mad, bro. What's crazy is I thought, man, look, you know what's crazy about that? One of the first fights I seen was Mike Tyson when he beat Evander Holyfield. So as soon as I seen that, I had flashbacks. But Angulo got mad though. That made the fight a whole lot better. Yeah, man, he should have got disqualified, bro. Nick, he should have got disqualified, bro. What he was doing in that fight against Angulo, he should have got disqualified. That's why he got kicked off the off Top Rank. He didn't get kicked off. I ain't gonna disrespect him like that. They just parted ways. He was just frustrated that fight. I think he had high expectations. Thought the guys was gonna show out a little bit more, but yeah, he bit that dude on the neck, man. Stuff like that, I don't know. I don't know how that goes on in boxing. He definitely bit him on the neck. I don't know. I feel like Angulo was whooping him then. Like for you to turn around and try to bite a guy. But Berlanga was boxing well throughout that fight. He just couldn't do nothing with him. Couldn't go to the inside. He turned around and bit the guy. But I feel like he's better though. He was a younger guy. He was younger. They were matchmaking him bad too. To put him in there with Angulo, that was a horrible mistake. Yeah, that referee was terrible, man. You could tell that referee was paid off. He's sitting there watching everything. Low blows. Berlanga. And then, you know what's crazy? Angulo wasn't really worried about Berlanga doing the dirty stuff until he bit him. When he bit him, he was like, "Oh nah, I'm finna push this guy in the corner and I'm finna beat him down." You seen Devin Haney them ringside looking at Angulo like, did he just bite you? Yeah, it was a good fight though. Definitely a good fight. I think Berlanga still got some. He just got to fight a little bit more. He was in there recently, later last year after I think Munguia fought Berinchyk. It might have been September. I think he fought. But Eddie Hearn's smart though, man. He just putting that roster together for Canelo. Berlanga and Munguia, they just waiting on their chance. Yeah. And Gulo was solid, man. I ain't gonna lie, I earned a lot of respect for him in that fight. He didn't even make a fuss about it. He got bit. He said, "Forget it. We finna fight for real now." That mean he was taking it easy on Berlanga. Man, that's crazy. Oh, hey, I got one more thing. I gotta get out of here soon. Hey, I got one more thing. You remember, hey Nick, they got some thing coming on tonight. I'm about to send it to you. They got some thing coming on tonight. They talking about they gonna have an event, a fight announcement. I don't know what this is, bro. They talking about they got a fight announcement coming on tonight. You seen this? I was gonna do a live stream about it. I'm gonna go ahead and send it to you though, since ain't nobody in here. See, people don't even know what it is. Hey, check this out, bro. I don't know what kind of press conference it. They talking about surprise press conference. So that mean, is it a fight? It look like it's a fight that's not announced yet. I hope it's not Cambosos. I don't think it's that stupid because that fight kind of far out to announce, ain't it? No, not really. I mean, kinda. It ain't started yet. It don't start till 9 o'clock. They just got the premiere on there. I'm about to look at it real quick. You said the intentional back of the head, 6 minutes. Dang. That man is tripping, bro. Yeah, that's crazy. I don't know what that is though. I'm trying to figure out. I was trying to see if I'm gonna go live later on and figure out what it was. I might have to check it out though. Yeah, from what I'm seeing, it look like it's gonna be a. All right, bro. I'm gonna holler at you, bro. Thanks for everything, bro. Thanks for the support, bro. Appreciate that, bro. Love talking to you, dog. It sounds like I'm talking to my twin. Thanks for everything, bro. I'm gonna talk to you tomorrow. I'm gonna be on here the same time tomorrow. I'm gonna probably talk about that Tiafimo fight and the other stuff he got going on. But oh yeah, bro. Thanks for everything, dog. I'm gonna talk to you again tomorrow. That's all I got though. Like and subscribe.